We made it 30 sessions. It only took us a year and a half.
This is fine.
Is it though?
I'm in no
Maybe.
rush.
Possibly.
I probably have another 6 years to live. We can probably finish the campaign by then.
I'll just have a meteor strike Adalia and everyone dies, and that's the end of the campaign.
No.
I love that. That's also the first thing that'll probably be in the recording.
Don't
of the
rocks
first.
fall, everyone die the campaign.
The memers that we are, the next day an actual meteor will strike the earth and we'll be like, he called it.
He called it.
Give it the deck of many things. That's how we end
Oh,
the session.
no.
All of them at once.
Ooh,
Oh no.
That
The deck
there's
of
an
many
idea.
meteors.
There's an idea. Just hand you guys the deck of many things and say, have at it.
I'm just gonna pull them all at once and see the chaos.
I think chaos is an
That's-
understatement in that scenario.
I don't think you can do that, can you? From what I know about it.
You can.
Technically, the DM can let
Technically-
you do whatever you want if the DM says so.
No.
Technically,
yeah,
more
Technically,
like
the
you
DM
need
could just
to-
have a Gandalf in the game, but I mean, yeah, we're kind of treading here.
We're
It
kind
needs
of
to be one by
treading.
one, but you can declare how many beforehand. So you can declare that you're pulling all of them and then resolve them one by one.
Mm.
Watch, the luck I'd have is that they'd get resolved in such a way that they just net
It'd be all
zero at
good.
the end of it. Like
They can
Yeah.
negate each
yeah,
other out.
they just
yeah.
negate. So you get to the end of it, you pulled the whole deck, and you're like, nothing's changed. And you're like, that was a roller coaster.
It'll be like all good things.
I have a person who, Neon, if you ever need, like if any one of your players ever gets the wish spell and you want to be a genie, I have the perfect person I know who will interpret it extremely wrong as great as possible.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because somebody I know pokes holes at fucking everything and it annoys the fuck out of me, but it is also funny.
I mean, I've already kind of got a handle on that, but I'm also very nice. And so when somebody says or does something, whether here in my mostly in my in-person game, they'll say something and I'm like, "Are you sure?" Or like, I'll like almost like repeat it back to them / like ask for confirmation, and then they'll realize what I'm doing and immediately like specify exactly what they were saying. I'm like, just making sure.
You're dropping your form?
All right, I'm trying to remember.
I got really quiet.
Trying to remember exactly where you guys are
Don't
at.
say that word, otherwise all the cops are gonna show up.
Cops don't show up when you say quiet. They all just groan and complain because the next 30 minutes is going to be insanity.
Well, I
speaking
mean, we're not the cops, so there's nobody here to complain.
Nope, not anymore. I was just gonna say this boy's been fired. No cop here anymore.
I mean,
He's just
Hi.
all of
Well, if
city
not, if
guard.
not here, then
Right.
where?
I don't know. All right. Let's get this show on the road, shall we? Oh, hang on.
Which road?
derp.
Herb Dirt?
Yeah, close enough. Okay.
Oh, right.
All right. Recapping for those at home who don't remember where we were. You and your compatriots had wandered into the north side of Darun, had finally found Arkwright's domicile, and Helraya, Selena, and Scorch had been interviewing, interrogating / investigating the Arkwright domicile along with Mrs. Arkwright. Dax, Tippy, and Grigor had been investigating Kingfisher Square, had a run-in with some supposedly IRS agents who they gaslit into believing there was a king when there isn't one. Went up to Kingfisher Square Market, where they had been just kind of getting a lay of the land and seeing if there was any potential clues they could come across. There was some eavesdropping that occurred on some of the city guard, where they kind of got some tidbits about various pieces of information that could be implying Arkwright, could be implying a different councilman, could be implying potential consequences. There wasn't really clarity, just kind of some pieces and parts. Daxori had kind of disappeared and had been tailing a pickpocket who she later met and got some information from her and then offered to meet up with her later at the Darun docks about potentially getting her across the river. Grigor and Tippy had lost sight of her, went back to the well, and waited for a rendezvous with the rest of the group. Talina and Scorch had departed from the Arkwright Manor and had headed back to the rendezvous spot at the well, leaving Helrea and the newfound acquaintance Kyria to continue to investigate and scope out the manor. And soon after leaving, Kyria and Helrea had discovered inside Arkwright's personal den a secret entrance behind a bookshelf that led downstairs into a sort of like converted cellar space, best way I can describe it, that had a workbench in the middle, a drafting table on one side, some bookshelves, and a large iron safe in the corner with a strange combination lock on the front and kind of bits and pieces of what could be perceived as clues around it. The rest of the group had then met up and went over to the North Rune docks, which is where they re-met up with Dax, and had a brief conversation, and that's essentially where we left off. So as we pick back up, we're still a split party. Grigor is waiting at the top of the stairs just above the docks. I forget why. Monhold will have to reiterate that for me. And Kyria and Helrea are still investigating over in Juniper Slope, and the rest of you guys are conversing at the docks. Let's go ahead and let's start with the group at the docks. Talina, Scorch, and Tippy, you guys had been waiting around at the docks. You guys had re-met up with Dax and had been conversing with her. And then she had indicated that she was waiting to rendezvous with a contact that she'd met up here. And she has said that she needs to stay here and wait for that individual to meet her here. What would you guys like to do? Oh, no, you're good, Tyrope. Okay, so
the cricket.
Grigor was waiting at the top of the stairs to see... Oh, for everybody to come back up. Okay, that's what it was. Okay, I gotcha.
Wait, did Grigor in any way indicate that he was
I don't
beckoning us back up?
remember. Monhold, did Grigor indicate that last session?
Is
Sorry,
he doing
it's-
now?
No, he just stayed up there. All the rest went down.
Okay. Okay. Well, in that case, I guess while everyone kind of decides what they want to do over at the docks, we'll temporarily jump back over to Arkwright Manor. Kyria and Helrea, you guys had wandered down this shallow staircase into this carved out. It's more like a stone space. It's not like carved out. It's like a cellar. So it's kind of like bricks and stones that form the floor, the ceiling, the walls. It's not a very large space as previously described. But you've previously been investigating this space. Helrea, you were the one who found the safe originally. And as a reiteration for that, just as a reminder, on that safe was a set of dials inside of a half cylinder that's embedded into the front of the safe door.
16 of them, right?
They have 16 individual sections of a spinning dial inside of each of these partitions. And as you spin it around, you can clearly make out like letters on each one. I'm sorry, numbers on each one. And there's 26 numbers on each dial. While you're kind of investigating this, where is Kyria? What is she still doing while Helrea is looking over this safe?
Helrea's also been kind of like nonchalant and kind of glancing at the safe, just so it's not like super obvious that she's trying to snoop.
Okay, that's fine. And then where is Kyria right now? What is she doing?
I think the last we saw me, I was overlaying the schematics and trying to make sure if they connect with each other or not,
Ah, yes, of
and
course.
figured
okay.
out what it was.
Okay.
And so I have.
And then you
Did
had
I
discovered
write that
the name
down?
Firespark.
Yes, there's a total of 5 schematics,
Uh-huh.
and I have 4 of them
Yep, you're missing 1.
because 1 is upstairs.
Correct. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check real quick while you're kind of overlaying these schematics over at the drafting table.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I love it. As you're overlaying these, something catches your eye that is been on the floor near your foot. It looks out of place, and as you glance down at it, you notice it's actually a folded scrap of parchment that it looks like it's partially torn, and it looks like it's gotten caught under the foot, the leg of this drafting table, and it's wedged between the base of this foot and the cobblestone floor. And it's, yeah. You say yoink? Is that what you said?
Yoink.
Okay. As you grab it and open it, you see in front of you, please hold.
I'm holding scissors currently.
Huddle.
You find this.
As soon as it loads, I'll give you an ooh. Oh, ooh. This makes no sense whatsoever.
Yes, it does. It's just a sequence of numbers in ascending order.
Okay.
Okay, I'm taking a screenshot of it because I won't be able to find it later.
I can always re-show it to you if you need me to. In fact, actually, what I will do is I will do this. I will give you guys ownership of this so that everybody can, since you guys found it. Actually,
I own a piece of paper.
Okay, it is now. You're now owner of this. If you go to the,
I can't see it anymore.
if you go to the 6th, well, Kyria, you weren't there, so technically, I showed it to everybody, but Jesse's the only one who
Rhea
actually.
is there.
Yeah.
Kyria's the
Sorry.
one that's seen it.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh, brain. Hellraya hasn't seen it. Hellraya hasn't seen it. Kyria, you found this, so you own it. So if you go to the 5th tab, it looks like an open book. It's called Journal. You should have a document there.
The clues.
It should say code.
Yes, but there's also a pillar clue, apparently, whatever that is. I don't know why I have that.
That was.
was that for Merrick for before?
That was from ages ago, which
Yeah,
is why the image is
okay.
broken.
Okay, pillar no longer matters.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was gonna say that picture no longer exists.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was before I had to reinstall Foundry and rebuild everything.
Damn.
Cool.
I have a piece of paper. The Okay, wait. So you said it's been torn. Does it look like it's part of a larger thing?
No, it looks like it's someone ripped off a piece of parchment and scribbled this on here.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it's missing any elements to it. But I will say this: as you're holding it, you recognize that it is almost transparent. It's like it's not a thick piece of parchment. As you actually hold it out, you recognize that some light actually can pass through it. So it looks like it's you can't. It's not glass, but it's not as opaque as a thick piece of thick parchment or something. And
whole beans.
I will say this, Kyria, can you roll me? Oh my gosh, Hellraya, I hate all these uhs. Hellraya, can you please roll me a perception check, please?
I think that's
Receive these. Oh,
perception?
nice.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay, Kyria, you. Oh my gosh, Hellraya. I'm gonna rip something apart. Hellraya.
The red one.
You know, yeah, the red one and the white one. The red one, you notice the
That's
white one
racist.
bend over and pick something up off the floor from under the drafting table, and is and sees her like looking at it and like holding it up.
Find something interesting.
Hold on, I'm eating pizza.
No, Tyrope, that's the orange one.
Exoria has been referred to as the red one in the past.
That's the
that's
fiery
true.
one. It's referred to by Helrea.
That's true. Yeah, that's right. So we have the fiery one, the red one, the white one.
Telena's the blue.
Yeah, the blue one.
If
The furry
Kyria dies,
one.
I'm bringing in the red one.
It's actually funny. We could literally be like, the red one, the white one, the fiery one, the blue one, the furry one, and the
Okay,
dude.
no, we're not becoming Power Rangers.
The dude and the dog.
Oh my god. We are quite the party.
Ain't that the truth?
Anyways,
I respond with I don't know. And then I come over and I give it to you to take a look. Doesn't make any sense to me.
Helrea will take a peek and yeah. Knowing that she's already seen the quote unquote hint from before. Be able to take a look at it. I don't know if you have to like display it.
Yes.
Or...
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Do
it. I'm sorry about the coughing, guys.
You're infecting me. I also want to cough.
Okay, there you go, Melon.
Okay. So...
And you also have ownership of it as well, so you can recall it if you need to.
Cool. I'm just looking.
Token human member. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Out of everything, because I know the code that I found, and seeing as this is more of a I'm trying to remember, is it 26 or 27 letters to the alphabet?
26.
Depends on the
Perfect.
alphabet, but yes, 26 usually.
Perfect. 16. Rotating notches. This is getting very confusing because there is not enough notches for
Okay,
the code.
so no. So the numbers on the sheet,
Uh-huh.
you have 1 through 26 laid out in 2 rows, two rows. The cylinder, the half cylinder, I should say, on the front of this door has 16 individual rotating dials, and each dial has 1 through 26 on the dials. So all 16 of them are the exact same. They're just all kind of jumbled in various formations currently, but they all freely spin.
Yeah, so it's like
It's basically a large cryptex embedded into the side of this door.
yes.
But instead of letters, there's numbers.
Gosh, this is getting very difficult to really figure out. Because my first idea is to take each individual letter of the code, match it up with the number, but the problem is the code is longer than 16 notches if I go letter by letter.
What's your code?
The code that was given, which is the little bitty like hint, is home is where the heart is.
Mm-hmm. That's a code.
So we need the B code.
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's 21.
Mm-hmm.
My other idea would have been
Well, here, I'll let you think about it for a second.
I know, but yeah,
Yep.
the
You're gonna-
other one is only 13 notches, so I have no idea what I would be thinking.
All right. Well, while
Oh,
you're
hey,
thinking,
I can stop you from
Oh my
thinking by doing
God.
another thing.
okay, what do you want to do?
Please do.
I would also grab the 4 schematics
Okay.
off the table, and I'd show them, and probably also pass them to Rhea. And I'd say, because reminder in case you don't remember yourself, last session you were nicking shit,
Just itty
which
bitty
was
little,
like small parts,
little, yeah, itty
Mhm.
bitty parts.
which I noticed you do, and we had a small conversation about it, whether you should or should not be doing that. So as I pass you the schematics, hey, as long as you're taking what you think no one will notice, look at these and take parts that look like they would come into this or be used together to build this.
Let's go over to the table and we'll put our puzzle together.
There's one
Taking
more.
the plans, moving to the table. You said there's one more?
Upstairs, yes, I'll go get it.
All right. Don't lock me down here, please.
I don't see why I would.
Precaution. And as Kiria's going up, Hellraya's going to lay down the schematics there and kind of pile them all on top of each other so the picture is clear, because I'm pretty sure that was portrayed and is visible. And then she'll start taking all the little knickknacks and doodads that she was picking up and kind of place them where
Okay.
they look like they'd fit.
Okay, yeah. So as you start to do that, we're gonna jump over real quick. The rest of you guys that are over at the docks, Tippy, as you're kind of sitting there watching these tall humanoids speak back and forth to each other, and you're just like, "Oh my gosh, why are we here?" You feel that voice from the book start to enter your mind. Let's see if I have to find the right. Hold on. Is it? Where is it?
Is it? I'm gonna find it.
Hold on. Is that it? Nope. That's not
Where is it?
Where is it?
There it is. Found it.
Listen, I have a lot of voices in here, okay? And I'm like, obviously, we don't need a megaphone.
Are we just going to sit here and wait? Or are we going to do something?
Oh, what do you suggest?
Well, weren't these friends of yours speaking to someone at some house or something?
Is fair.
I mean, wouldn't it be a good idea to go look ourselves? Maybe there's some things there we might find interesting.
I'm just gonna go find this house.
Do me a favor, roll me a d20, add your... Hold on.
I don't have that.
Roll your modifier.
Not
Roll,
awards.
roll your, hold on. Add 4 to it. Roll d20, add 4.
I think 20 add 4. Got
Yes,
it.
please. Yep.
Where is?
Okay. As you kind of decide maybe we're going to need to go look for this place, you remember you have something in your backpack that can help you get places quicker.
Is there another backpack?
She just dives into the backpack. Gone.
Wait, what do I
That'd
have
be
in my
dope.
backpack? What is wrong with my character sheet?
What are you looking for?
I clicked on my character sheet and it's all weird looking.
How are you breaking things?
I did. Oh, all I did was open it.
If you need to restart Foundry, go ahead. Because obviously I didn't make any changes, so I'm curious why it would be doing it for you. But If you wanna, you can also show me your
Yeah, let me
screen
do
and I can look and see what it's doing. But
It's
it's obviously
like
doing weird things.
inverted. Let me try restarting it. Hopefully that fixes. Because there's certain aspects of the Foundry that I can't see
Mm-hmm.
because of its being weird.
Actually, I just realized we probably shouldn't do because you only have one bag, so I'm gonna do something real quick. I'm moving all of your things from the quote backpack in your inventory to the bag of holding real quick, since we already took care of that.
Okay.
Does that make a sense? Cool.
Okay, what Foundry? You can load now, please. Hello, Foundry?
Denied.
There we go. So now you have one bag, and it is just your bag of holding. So now it's much easier to navigate.
Okay, Foundry's being a complete other dick.
We love that. Is anybody else's like character sheet and stuff looking weird, or is it just because I saw Fox's chat and it definitely was weird?
No, everything's fine on this side.
Okay.
I'm good.
Much weirdness.
Oh, I apparently have
I
inspiration.
have
Thank you
nothing
for
weird except
reminding
for
me
the
to look
fact
at my
that
character sheet.
I opened my sheet and I for some reason expected to see Merrick and it's not, and I'm like, wait a minute, and I'm like, all right.
If we saw Merrick, we'd have some concerns.
And before you bring him back as a villain.
There's an idea.
Sir, why?
Oh, listen, a good DM steals ideas from their players' ideas. Fine here. Okay, I'm not really sure what's going on for Fox. Fox, what browser are you opening this in?
Oh, Opera.
Okay, I know some other players are using that.
Yeah, I'm on Opera GX, and as long as I have hardware acceleration on, it works.
Oh no, it's not. It's not that it wasn't working. It's that it was like graphically changing things. I definitely, if you can screen share, I'd love to see what's going on because it definitely was being weird earlier.
Yeah, this is what my character sheet looks like now.
Whoa, what the?
That is weird.
It's like some of the graphics are breaking.
Do you have a dark mode toggle for your browser?
I don't think that's it because I have my browser on dark mode and it's not doing that.
I mean, like an extension.
Yeah, I have an extension that changes dark mode of things, and that would look similar. Because it changes all the dark stuff to be bright and the bright stuff to be dark.
None of that. Where would
Did you accidentally hit something?
There it is. I somehow forced dark mode on pages.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
And that explains the background of those things too.
Yeah,
okay.
as soon as you were saying it's all like inverted, I'm like, that sounds
Yeah,
like a dark mode toggle.
That's a visual filter. Okay, cool.
I don't remember clicking that, but okay.
All right, we've solved the problem.
Now everything's really bright.
Huzzah. Not the huzzah to the brightness part.
Okay, back to trying to figure out what I have in my bag that apparently will help me.
Oh, come on. You don't remember?
Are you talking about my special little tool?
Mm-hmm.
That it should not be used because of the special little ability it has?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the reason why Tippy's here and not Althwin?
Yes, but that's going a very big that's going a very big distance though. Like
it's also it randomly teleports me. It switches places with somebody randomly, remember?
Only if it's on a different plane of existence.
This is the DM going.
Is this the red button argument?
Hold on.
Is this
hold
the
on,
red
hold
button
on.
argument?
I'm making sure I didn't misread
In case
something.
you're wondering, you always press the bright red button.
Yeah.
Especially if it's flashing.
Oh, never mind. Never mind. Okay, we're backing up. I thought it was specific to if it was leaving the plane, then it would do that, but I didn't we didn't
Nope.
do that. So
I had
was
it
trying
set that
to be
way
fun.
for a reason, remember?
I was trying
So
to be
it wouldn't
fun.
be abused. I
Fine.
mean, we don't know who they're gonna get if I teleport or where I'm teleporting.
Yeah, that would actually make the problem worse. So forget any of that. Just yeah, we're gonna back up about.
You tried.
Yeah, nope, I did. All right. Well, the book's comment to you still stands. The memory part of something in your bag that would help you does not stand. You, in fact, remember you have nothing in your bag that will help you, and you're like, great, I have to walk.
I gotta walk and I gotta figure out how to find them.
If only somebody here knew where they were.
Yeah, somebody here that.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Talina. At the same time that you're that Tippy starts kind of making their way towards the staircase, you also go, huh? It's been a while since I've seen or heard from any of the people back at the house. What's going on?
Yeah, I may or may not have been trying to figure out how I could put that in 20 or less words.
You're like, nope, that doesn't work. Scratch.
Yeah, that's exactly what's been going on.
Scribble.
Huzzah!
At about
yeah, it
this
doesn't
time that
have to be.
Grigor comes down the stairs, right as Tippy's like, Tippy, as you're having this realization, Grigor rejoins you guys.
You know, it
They're gonna
doesn't have
pull
to
a,
be.
bait and switch. One goes down, one goes up.
Does Tippy does Tippy communicate to anyone in the group, or does she just take off?
She's kind of gonna be like, I'm gonna go find that house.
Scurry.
That's exactly what she
I'm assuming that Daxori is just gonna basically follow the majority group.
Dax sees Tippy leave, and Dax basically tells you that she's going to wait here because she made an agreement with someone and she needs to meet them here.
Sounds good.
And you also hear Talena whisper the moment, like as the Tippy gets like on the third step or something. And Melanite sent you a whisper in Foundry. I was trying to fill the 20 words and I couldn't. So, for the sake of the audience,
I heard up. Oh, there it is.
yeah,
Oh, okay. Do you want me to say it?
I should have just whispered that the stream game master and
It's fine.
Melon
Yeah.
at the same time. But
yeah, I'll do the same thing. Hold on, I got it. Okay, I believe stream should be able to see that. So yeah, there we go.
Oh no, I did whisper it to stream. It's fine.
You
Stream
did?
sees it twice.
Oh, okay. Yep, I see it. I don't have OBS pulled up, so I mean I do. It's just behind all my windows. Okay, so who got that? Was that Hellraya got that?
Yes.
Okay.
I muted. It's /W to respond, right?
Yes.
If you wish to whisper,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
Ooh, whispers.
It's still stuck to less than
It is
25 words.
correct.
Right?
Also,
Is
if
it
you
25?
whisper your response
Is it
after you type Tyrope, you can also type stream, like comma stream, and then space your message, and it'll go to Tyrope and the stream.
And if you also want Neon to see it, then you should put comma game master.
Well,
as
you can actually
Is it
you can just
comma space or just comma?
No space.
Yeah.
No space.
you
'Cause
can,
that
yeah.
would
So
put
do
the word in
Tyrope
the message.
comma stream comma GM space your message.
Oh, meant to put that in the table, but I guess that's in campaign party chat now.
That'll work.
Hey, that did work.
Nice. Okay.
And yes, I used that word because I don't actually get to use it while typing very often.
Waltz is a funny word to type
yeah.
out.
Okay.
So between that and Tippy saying gonna find a house, what's Tippy's land speed?
Not very
Okay.
fast.
Is it more than 30?
No.
Or sorry, is it equal to 30?
25.
25. Excellent.
She got short little eggs.
I gotta hop upstairs, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, stairs
Yeah,
for
by
her
the
are
time
difficult
you
terrain.
By the time you get up the stairs, Talina standing next to you, pointing you in the correct direction to go.
And Scorch is right at your heels, as has been at this point. Grigor, you heard Tippy's response and saw Talina kind of follow after. Does Grigor follow along as well?
Just a thought, but wouldn't Scorch want to stay with Dax?
Yeah.
You know what? Let's do this actually, because technically yes, but Talina did give Scorch the order to follow earlier. So let's do this. Let's decide who Scorch goes with. Scorch is staying with Dax. Never mind.
Good.
Okay.
Just as Talina wanted it.
Scorch borks once and flops down next to Dax, who's now leaning up against one of the stacks of crates and barrels, waiting for whoever she's going to meet with. All right, but yeah, back to Monhold. Does Grigor follow Tippy and Talina, or does Grigor stay put?
He follows.
Okay, cool. So the three of you start making your way back west through the Fishmongers District and back over towards Juniper Slope. Little bit of a hike, but you guys are able to make it across town into the Juniper Slope District relatively with relative ease. Talina guides you directly up to the Arkwright's manor. There's no questions or anything. She walks right up to the house and guides you there. Talina...
Quick pause.
Yes?
I believe Talina knows about Madame Arkwright no longer being at the house.
If I remember correctly, yes. That happened while everybody was still in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. So there's no, like, as you approach the house, Tippy and Grigor, you notice that there's no life to the house at all. It doesn't seem ominous. It just doesn't, it looks empty. Talina, do you walk them inside? Do you leave them outside? What do you do?
Well, I'm assuming I closed the door behind me when I left.
Yeah, yes, you did. Yes.
So can I open the door from the outside, or did it latch into some sort of locking system?
You reach for the handle and feel it release, and it starts to swing inside.
I'm going to prestidigitation some faint musical notes
Ooh.
from a tune that Hilraya has probably heard me play in either the tankard or
Okay.
as humming along, just so she knows it's me who's coming in.
Okay.
The range of it is 10 feet, but I'm sure the music can carry if.
Okay, do me a favor. I want you to roll me a d20 and add your spellcasting modifier, just for kicks and giggles. While this has been happening, Helraya and Kyria, you guys have been downstairs looking over the plans and trying to kind of almost jigsaw puzzle your way through these schematics with the pieces and trinkets that you found in this space. And you kind of lost track of time as you guys kind of get swept up into this, almost like this little jigsaw puzzle. Kyria, you said you've been kind of investigating the room while Helraya was doing some of this, correct?
Well, she's investigated where the safe was, and then I investigated where the table was, and after that, I found I found the thing. Well, we had a conversation about her stealing shit,
Mm-hmm.
and then I found the paper and I gave her the paper, and then I found
Yes.
schematics. I was like, okay, still the
Yes.
shit for the schematics, and then went upstairs to grab the last one.
Okay, so all right, perfect. So as you went upstairs, when you got to the top of the little staircase, and you have the open bookshelf that is right there, kind of swung to your right. By the way, the 25 is adding an additional 25 feet to the casting distance. So it's so 10 feet is like everyone can hear it, and then 25 feet beyond that, it's kind of like in the background you can hear the musical notes. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Possibly.
Kyria, as you get to the top of the stairs and you have the bookcase that's swung open to your right, you actually see that catches your eye that you didn't see when you were coming down the first time. You see small carvings almost dead center on the back of this wooden bookshelf that catches your eye. It looks like almost like like someone was handwriting with like a nail or a nail file or something into the wood. And
I wish we were playing Cyberpunk so I could just have a picture of it.
well, funny you say that. This is what you see.
I see what?
Hold on, patience. You see that?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I own this as well now?
I'm working on it.
Or no, because it's on the... Okay.
Yeah, technically you
Well,
can.
making sure, because technically I don't, because it's
Well,
a bookshelf.
But you can run up there and look at it again if you need to. But as you're walking up to go get the schematics, you see that as you pass it. And as soon as you grab the schematics off the table, you hear...
Matter of fact, wait a minute. Did you say this was scratched on? Or
this
like,
is,
how is it?
It is etched into the back of the wooden bookshelf. Like, it's carved into it.
Hmm.
And for chat's purposes...
Is it big?
It's... Actually, you know what? Roll me a perception check with advantage, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can't be that big then if you need to roll perception for it.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Actually, I guess technically this would be investigation.
Does that change the result at all?
Let me double check the numbers real quick. Because you have a plus 10 to that. Give me a second.
I mean, I'm not asking the exact dimensions of it. I'm just curious.
No, I
if
know.
It would. Okay.
Yeah, because you have a large plus to your perception comparatively to your.
Oh, yeah, so I'm gonna make you roll investigation.
All right, let's. No, you know what? Perception would still technically work. I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna make a DM ruling on that. You realize that it is the letters are almost exactly the same size and placement as the scrap of paper that you just found, or that thin.
Okay, but like how big though?
How big? How big? What do you mean? Like how wide on this? Like on the back of this thing is?
Yes.
So the scrap of paper that you picked up when opened out wide was about maybe, like when it was opened up fully, it's maybe 5 or 6 inches wide by about 2 inches tall. It's a very small scrap of paper. These letters are almost the exact same size as that same space.
Okay, cool. Now I need to think thonk.
Okay, and as you're think-thonking, you hear, coming from the other room, you hear this melodic tune that starts to trickle in from the other room, very pleasantly. And I will say, Hellray, you hear kind of very faint in the distance. You kind of hear like what sounds like a very familiar musical note or musical tune coming from upstairs.
Do I recognize it?
Kyria, you do not. Hellray, you do.
Even though Helrea recognizes it, she's going to gently set down what little odds and trinkets she has onto the schematic table. And she's drawing her dagger as she goes upstairs. And just kind of, you know, the stereotypical holding the knife up behind you kind of walk? Yeah, she's basically doing that as she goes up the stairs and looks over to Kyria. And just looks over to the door. Kind of as, did you see anyone yet?
No, but I can check. You take a look at this. And I just point to where I just saw the letters thing.
If that was after you heard the sound, by the way, the door would be open and I would be standing in the doorway.
Yeah, I imagine. Well, the question I would have is where would Talina lead the other two? Would you lead them to the office? Would you lead them to?
Oh, all I know is that there were plans found. I don't know where these plans were found. Hence why I was like, "Hey, I'm here, bitches! Come get
I
me!"
mean, the last thing you remember was Kyria going to the office, the loud noises, and then
Yes.
Hellrhea being like, I'm gonna stay back and make sure she's not in trouble.
Loud noises.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Von Hold. No!
Shank.
Bad Von Hold.
So yeah, as Kyria calls you, I'm gonna lose it tonight, guys. I am not with it. As Kyria calls Hellrhea up to look at this, and you walk up with the knife behind your back and such, the melodic tunes come a little bit stronger from the other room. Talina, you don't initially see anybody, but the door to the study over behind the dining room is open.
Oh, do we leave it open? Cringe.
I mean, the lady of the house disappeared. There's not exactly anybody you're hiding from.
Could I see the bookshelves from the landing or front room or whatever it's called?
No. You can from the front entry hall, you can see the dining room off to your left, and then in the back left corner of that, or back more like right corner of that room, you can see the open door that leads to the study. As you know, it does lead there, but you can't see into the room, nor can you see where they're at.
Ah, I thought the study was coming off of the landing as well.
No.
My internal map of the mansion has to shift and change.
Yeah. You have to walk through the dining space, and then there's another door on the side of that room that leads into the study.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's not very far. It's not a very big distance, but
then I'll then she'd be in the dining room hall.
I mean,
doorway
as
instead of the front door.
as the music is getting closer, I would at that point like peek out.
yeah, and you guys
To see
would
what's
come
up.
face to face, and this time, Kyria, now you're seeing Talina again, but you're also seeing two
Yeah.
companions with her, which is obviously Grigor, a human male with, his normal physique, and he's got his suave debonair look to him, and then you see this 3-foot-tall squirrel.
For the record, those musical notes aren't sustaining, by the way. It's kind of like when one opens a door that has a wind chime attached.
So a doorbell.
It's like just a yeah.
So
It's
you rang a
basic.
doorbell.
Yeah, I basically made a magical doorbell.
Do. Hello. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, I
Or
thought
it's
you were
the
going
old
Zelda with that.
Nokia phone from the 90s.
I'm not from the 90s, I was-
Yeah, there it is. I couldn't think of the tune. That was it.
Okay.
Melon got it. That was the tune. I was trying to think of what it was.
The ringtone of nightmares.
Hey, that phone and that ringtone will probably outlive us all.
Yeah.
Welcome back, I say.
Yeah. Hi. You found things?
We have.
I
Hellrhea
guess
would
you're-
hear Talina from the other room. I'm assuming.
I'm not being very quiet.
Okay. I'm assuming. Yes, we found some things. Trying to piece together a puzzle. As Hellrhea will scoop up the plans from the office desk, and then start moving back towards the basement where the other puzzle pieces are.
Tippy, as soon as the word puzzle escapes her lips,
Ooh, I love puzzles. Can we do that, please?
That's so.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey,
it was.
and before Ray goes down, I point at the last schematic on the table.
yeah, Rhea said she grabbed that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I grabbed that before I went back down.
Yep. As you guys are standing in the room, it is completely apparent to everybody. And I'll just go ahead and show everybody now, since you guys are standing in this like illuminated space. It's not hiding; it's very open to everybody. Oh my gosh! Controls, show players. This is what Kyria had seen on the back of that wooden bookshelf that you guys can all see standing in here, the office. And you guys can clearly see standing in the den that there is a bookshelf that has been turned like a door, and you're looking at the back wood paneling of it. And there is a doorway that leads downstairs, and you can see the dim flickering light of a torch leading down a stone staircase.
Stoon.
To the
Oh, shit, I'm
puzzle.
not muted.
Gosh, this guy has the simplest cipher. Yet I don't know what the frickin' passphrase is.
So, Talina, Tippy, and Grigor, as you're standing in this space, can you please roll me a perception check real quick?
Oh no.
Kiria,
Oh, no.
Kiria and Hellraya, as you guys enter the downstairs section while you're the newfound joinees to this adventure are upstairs, can I get
I went back down.
Can I get a perception from both of the two that have just entered the cellar?
I have not gone back down.
You have not gone back down. Okay, all right.
Well, I was going to ask if we're in sunlight, and then I realized no, we're underground at this point.
With
well,
the
you're
fact
standing in-
that I
you're-
haven't gone back down, what am
You're
I
in a
on?
building.
You're in a
Yeah.
room. You're not downstairs yet. You're in a room.
Oh,
but
we're in the
and
study
there's
still. Alright,
and there's
that's what I'm
sunlight, but not enough to inhibit you in this particular situation.
Am I on?
Thank you,
Grigor, you get your inspiration back. I just gave it to you. That was beautiful. And another tiefling. That's incredible. Okay, so for Tippy, Talina, and Grigor, yeah, you are busy face palming. You're literally face palming. You're like, oh my gosh, another one. Like, I've lived here for a while, and I think I've seen 4, and now there's 3 of them that I'm running around with. Talina, you notice in the surrounding space, which you actually haven't been in this room yet. So describing the space one more time, it is a very masculine study-like space. It has a very emerald green carpeting. It has beautiful mahogany wooden bookshelves and paneling. The walls have kind of a maroon pattern to them mixed with some green. A beautiful window behind the main desk that's letting in some light higher up in the room. Above that window there's some artwork, and you can see artwork around most of the room. And Tippy, you see most of this as well. The space is very nice, very, very not only masculine, but also very kind of cozy and kind of has a very relaxing atmosphere to it. But Talina, you see some of the artwork around the room, and you see portraits of various people. No one that catches your eye is any sort of familiarity immediately. You see a hand-drawn map of the city of Darun, predominantly kind of focused in on the north part of Darun, hanging on one of the walls. You see a shelf on one of the bookshelves. It has a couple of portraits on it. And something that hadn't caught anybody else's eye earlier was above the door you came in from is a small frame, and inside of it is this beautifully decorated piece of parchment that has some writing on it, and it looks like it's organized in a way you would recognize, and this is why it catches your eye, is because it looks like a poem or song lyrics. It's formatted in a very similar kind of way that would be something that someone who is familiar with music would recognize as either musical or poetic.
I mean, I need to admire a fellow artist's work, right? It's just, what does it read? Is it in the language that I know?
It's in common, and it's now on your screen.
Well, it will be once the loading.
Once it loads.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah. Yep.
I love how Foundry basically has dial-up internet when it comes to loading
Well,
images.
it's having to load from my computer, so my computer's having to beam it to the cloud, and then his computer's having to grab it. Like, there's reasons. But what I will do is while you get first dibs to look at it and everything, I will show it to everybody else just so everybody can see it. I'll show it to everybody right there. But Tyrup, you do have ownership of it if you want to recall it real quick. But
Okay.
It reads, and to clarify because of the script, it reads, "In my home do I trust, not in monarchy or mathematics, but in the ways of my youth. There be not a more honored trade than that of providing sustenance for one's family. True royalty is that of humility and those that strive for equality. Such truths shall always guard the treasures buried deep within my soul." And what you notice, and it was hard to replicate this in this image, but what you notice is that in the first sentence, home, monarchy, and mathematics and youth are all darker. In the second line, trade and sustenance are darker. In the third line, royalty and equality are darker. And in the last line, nothing is dark.
Hold up, Brenda. I'm grabbing
Here, I'll send you the text.
I'll give you a highlight. So there's home, mathematics, monarchy, and youth in the first one.
Yeah, hang on. I'm going to replicate it real quick in Discord for you to make it a little bit easier.
You could probably bold them to say which ones are.
Oh yeah, that works. 2 stars in front and behind to make a text bold in Discord.
Yep. Or you can just hit Control B and it will do the same thing. Okay. There you go.
Monarchy, mathematics, youth, trades, sensory.
And with a dirty 20 that you rolled for the investigation as well, while you do see this poem as well, you also, like I said, you noticed that the map over in the corner of the room, on the other wall, I should say, was mostly focused on the north part of Darun. But the only area of that map that is there's any sort of indication, like any sort of names, like you can clearly tell it's Darun, but the only where that has like a name written over it or like indicating a district or a region of any kind is Juniper Slope, Shearwater, and Kingfisher Square. There's no other names written down anywhere in the north part of the city. And then let's see. Melon, you went down there, so Hellreyes rolled for the perception.
Yep.
Okay. As you re-enter the area down there and kind of scanning the area one more time, trying to figure out what's going on, one of the few pieces of decor in this area that you kind of glanced over before is a small portrait of a young boy standing in a marketplace. It's similar to the images you saw in the den space earlier of a young boy standing on a cliffside, of a couple standing on a cliffside, and there was another one of a boy chasing a dog through an area. This just looks like a boy standing in front of a market stall, and he's reaching up to grab something. And you can't tell what he's reaching up to grab because it's above like what would be the portrait, but it's very clearly a market stall.
Has anybody followed me downstairs yet?
I don't know. Kyria, did you end up following Hellreyes?
9.
Okay. Grigor, now after you're done face palming, you kind of notice everyone kind of spreading out a little bit. Tippy, do you follow the advice of the evil voice in your head?
To the puzzle.
To the puzzle. Okay. I will say you picked up on almost all of that. You did see the writing in the frame on the wall, but you couldn't read it from where you're at. That's where the 15 comes in. But if it's just to the puzzle, you can either go back downstairs or you can do whatever you want up here. It's up to you.
We're going downstairs.
Okay. As you enter the space, same thing. It's a cobblestone I say cobblestone. Stone brickwork, essentially, space. It's kind of like what you'd think of like a medieval dungeon sort of vibe, but it's a small cellar-like space. It's very narrow and goes back only about 30, 40 feet, and it's about 15 feet wide. There is a large work table in the middle for you, it's very tall for you, in the dead center with a bunch of stuff that you can't quite make out on the top. On the left is a large drafting table with some paperwork all strewn across it. There's a large bookshelf just behind that on the left wall. On the far right, in the back corner, you see a large iron safe that is partially obscured by shadow, but not that much. And obviously, Hellreyes standing there kind of perusing the room.
As I see that it's just Tippy coming down, I will be approaching that portrait.
Okay.
Just because, who knows what be lying behind the portrait?
Okay. You said behind the like behind it? Like, do you grab it and pick it up, or do you just look behind it?
Just kind of gently lift it and move it to the side.
Okay.
Without removing it from the wall.
Okay. Well, it's not on a wall. It's like a little frame. So it has a little kickstand behind it.
Okay, I thought it was like actually hanging up. If it's just sitting there, basically in that case, picking it up to take a closer peek at it, since it does remind me of the boy chasing the dog through the market stalls.
Yep.
Anything that was on the counter that I picked it up from.
No, nothing on the counter that you picked it up from. But as you pick it up and turn it over, you see that there's a small little inscription on the back of the frame that looks like someone had handwritten with a heavy pen. So it's etched. It's both inked, but it's also kind of etched into the back of this soft frame. And it says, "My humble origins."
Doctor, you're a little self-centered much. Setting the portrait back down where I found it.
Okay. So what is everybody up to? Where's everybody at? So I can...
I have a quick question.
Okay.
Was the word fire spark given to Hellrhea?
It was written on the schematics. You'd just be able to see it when you were looking at those schematics earlier, and then again when you grabbed the other one.
Okay.
In the upper left
So
corner, you'd see fire spark.
As long as I could see it from the first one before my
Yes.
comprehend languages wore off.
Yes, because fire spark was written... yes, that's correct. It was written in a different language, but your comprehend languages did allow you to see it before it wore off. Correct.
Okay.
Telena's
I'm gonna try and just commit like the scribblings of where I remember it saying fire spark
Mm-hmm.
into memory,
Okay.
so that if that word ever pops up again as Sylvan
Okay.
or whatever
Ooh,
language it
clever.
is,
Yep.
whatever,
Yep.
at least I know that word.
You know what? I will allow that. Go ahead and make a note of that.
Making the very first dictionary. Or no, not the dictionary. What's the
Thesaurus?
little touristy book thing that you can use to translate
yes.
words?
Oh my gosh,
That's
what's
a
it
dictionary,
called?
isn't it?
No, well,
Translation guide?
technically it is a dictionary. It's just like for example, like a Spanish to English dictionary.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sylvan to Common Dictionary. There you go.
Selena's just initially she repeats like the entire text like 2 or 3 times,
Yeah.
and then she notices the words and just repeats those words
Yeah.
over and over in various different orders to see if it makes sense to her brain at any point in time.
Nice.
All right. So
So
for
to
this isn't
clarify,
a tie yet.
to clarify, all or most of you at this point have seen several pieces of art and decor in both spaces. Just because we've been split across 3 sessions, I'll just reiterate them real quick. You guys have seen a portrait of Dr. Arkwright and his wife standing on some sort of a cliff overlooking a river. In the distance, that you can see the dockyard with moored vessels and things like that. It appears to be it may or may not be overlooking the North Daroon docks, but it's taken from the perspective of, like, from the cliff facing down towards North Docks. The other thing that you found is the map of North Daroon, which is a very beautifully hand-drawn map on dark parchment, and the only districts that are notated are Juniper Slope, Kingfisher Square, and Shearwater. And then you did find the small portrait of the young boy running through like a cobblestone street, running after a dog, and the architecture does seem familiar. And then the last thing that Kiri has just found is another picture of a small boy standing in another cobblestone square-like area, but some sort of market stall or something of that equivalent, reaching up to grab something out of quote-unquote frame, and on the back said, "My humble origins."
it was Hellrhea that found it, but we get it. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I hate everything. You know what? You're officially Hellrhea.
fine.
You're officially Kyria, and Kyria is officially Hellrhea. I can't anymore. I just,
No.
My brain. I start renaming all of you guys. Billy Bob, Jim Bob, like, yeah. And then obviously also you guys found the scrap of paper that had 1 through 26 in 2 rows, and then the etchings on the back of the bookcase that has the common alphabet structure of A through Z in 2 rows. Yes.
Did you say I had ownership of the poem clue
Yes,
thing?
you should have it. It should be in the
Did you
journal.
give it to the correct Tyrope account? Because I don't see it.
That's a great question. Oh, no, it didn't save. That's why. There we go. Now you should have
There
it.
it is.
Yep, now you should have it.
There you go.
Grigor, human guy. There you go. Yep. Mm-hmm. Grigor, I'll say after face palming, you start to see all the people kind of like noticing different things and going off to different stuff, and you start to glean some of this just from kind of watching everybody else's reaction. You're not stupid standing over there going, "I'm human, I stand here." Like, you're not dumb. When Tippy got down to the cellar, where did she go? Like, did she wander to anything specifically? Did she go stand near Hellraya? I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get it.
But kind of like wander around until I figure out what the hell the puzzle is.
I will say this. As you're kind of wandering around,
Always
you see over in the corner, you see a large iron safe. And on the front of that safe, you see what I described earlier of basically the best way to describe it is kind of like a cryptex that's embedded into the door of the safe, which basically has 16 individual dials from left to right. And each dial clearly has the numbers 1 through 26 on each of the, like all the dials are exactly the same. And and as you see this, it's the only sort of thing that looks like a puzzle in the room.
Time to sit there and figure this out.
So Hellraya,
Thank
you notice
Thank you. Put the intelligent character.
yeah, you notice that you lose sight of the squirrel for a second, and as she goes under the table and then pops out on the other side, and you see her right up in front of the safe, on the other side of the room.
Yeah. It's a shame I don't have a spell that could just unlock things.
But you mean like knock? Yeah, no.
Seeing as
nothing
this-
has that.
Seeing this as an opportunity to get into the safe without Goody Two Shoes upstairs, or potential Goody Two Shoes upstairs, getting at me, waltzing over to the squirrel and going ahead and giving the hint of, I saw a note. Home is where the heart, or is that exactly what it was?
That was one of the notes you found.
Home
yeah.
is where the heart is. There's
I'll
a
still add
letter
that as
and a
well.
number cipher as well. I'm having trouble determining it. Maybe you've got better luck.
As you said, what was it again? Home is where the heart is?
Hellray is gonna fish out the little note from
Mhm.
underneath the safe.
Yep.
And just kind of open it up for her. Or for Tippy.
Yeah, and it's just simple common that writes out exactly that. This says home is where the heart is.
And it's 16 notches.
16 dials. Now, if you want to, I will let you guys start. Like, I'll put it this way. I'll let the players use their intelligence to try to see if they can figure this out. At any point, if you want to try to use your character's intelligence, you can make some rolls for maybe some intuitions or things like that.
Can I see the other cipher tool? I only have the ABCs.
Yes, you did see. Well, actually, no. The scrap of paper, I believe, is still in Kiria's possession.
Oh, it was a scrap
No,
of
it is
paper.
not.
No, it is not. Where would Kiria have left the little scrap of paper with the 1 through 26 on it?
I gave it to Hillary.
Oh, okay. So Hellraya has it.
And that was, I believe that one was left over on the table with all the schematics in
Gotcha.
the basement.
Okay.
Oops.
And Hellraya probably would have gone and grabbed that, and then also noted the numbers being in the letters being in their location.
Okay. So in that case, I'll say for the sake of argument, everybody here that is active in the search here has all the same information at this point, minus I would say maybe the specifics of the poem. That I'll leave that up to Talina to deal with.
Oh, yeah, no, she's been actively like vocally
Oh,
repeating.
well
it.
then never mind. Everybody
And,
has
like-
all the information. You have all of this. So in that
I wanna
case, let me
know
do
what's
this.
said.
Nope.
I'm just gonna give you guys
There you go,
ownership.
this camera just go nuts.
Huh?
Okay, you guys now all have ownership of those clues if you guys need to recall them from the journal.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's basic.
This is a very sick person talking. There's 26 letters in the alphabet, right?
Yes, we confirmed this for everybody a little bit ago. Yes, A through Z is 26 letters.
We are educated.
I was gonna
human
say, I'm
beings.
so glad this group
By
of
the-
fully functioning adults doesn't remember how many letters are in the alphabet.
By defense, I'm sick.
You are. You get a pass. Melon does not.
I am-
Fox gets
I
a
am
pass.
doing a cipher
Hey!
while
My
sick.
brain only has so much space in it. I'm serving it for math and physics instead of the damn alphabet.
Exactly.
I'm
It's
looking at this
Couldn't
poem
be.
going, I don't know. What does it mean?
Neon.
That string.
Yes. Yes.
I want to go outside
Outside.
through the
Ooh.
kitchen where
Okay.
I saw the footprints of
Okay.
whoever broke into place, and I want to go and see
Okay.
exactly where they lead,
Where they lead
if they lead anywhere.
into the okay, so you go out and you find the footprints, and you've already seen these before, so you know that they come from over the wall into the garden, and you kind of track them a bit towards the house. But outside of that, I mean, they lead up to the house. Are you trying to track them inside the house?
No, like where they originally came from outside.
Okay, so they originally came from the back garden's wall. Like there's like it has like kind of a half wall made of kind of like plastered stone, and then there's like an iron fence that goes up about 6 more feet on top of that, with kind of an ornate design. And I mean, the footsteps literally stop at that wall. Like it's clearly someone like came over and planted. Like you can even see indentations in a way that like their weight kind of embedded in the soft earth in the garden space, and then they kind of walked towards the house. So someone clearly scaled the fence and then tried to make their way towards the house.
Can I see past the fence?
And you can kind of look through the iron bars, and it leads out onto it's actually like a I guess you could say an alley space, but it's not like a dingy alley. It's just a gap between 2 properties. So it's just basically you have an alleyway space, essentially wide enough for a very thin wagon or cart, and then you have another almost identical looking wall and fence with different design to it, which is the backyard of somebody else's house that's kind of butting up to this one.
How far can I see the footprints, and where are they going?
Well,
like,
you don't
there?
see any footprints on the other side of the fence because it's stone. It's like the same street kind of cobblestone you've seen all throughout the city, is the same in this little alley space.
Oh well, dead end.
Okay, what's everybody else's thinking thoughts on?
Is it bad that I've kind of moved on from trying to figure out the safe combination? Because none of the phrases that I've encountered or anything has really given me out of characterly any way to answer that.
Okay. I mean, it's not bad if Hellray has given up and has moved on to
Hellray
something
has
else.
kind of moved the task on to Tippy, and it's kind of been just observing how Tippy is doing things with the safe.
What is Tippy
Now
doing?
that there's multiple people in the house, we're not worried too much about being caught as a large group.
Fair.
Stealth went out
Other
the
than breaking the
window.
law, but I'm not going to tell you that.
Yeah,
No, we've been invited.
that's true. Technically, she invited you in and then
You-
dipped, so I mean...
I mean, you've been invited to their house and then dipped, but we were also, well, I alone was told not to disturb the husband's office, and definitely wasn't told to find a secret basement. Definitely wasn't told to go in there or share their information with half a dozen other people who also now go in there.
Which,
But it's going
by
to be
the
your
way,
problem, not mine.
To be fair,
by the way, we haven't really introduced everybody to Kyria yet, so
yeah, that's kind of fair. Talina just showed back up with 2 individuals, and everyone just kind of went, cool, puzzles. But what is Tippy doing with the safe, with the dials?
Being brain dead. There's gotta be something missing. So he's gonna look around. Is there any books?
There's a few books on the bookshelf behind the drafting table and on the other side of the workbench.
Any that look like they could be poems, like a poetry book or some shit.
Roll me a investigation check.
Crap, hold on, I gotta get to my... Gotta shrink that. Open this.
Telania sounds like a country versus Talina sounds like a name.
What was that? Investigation?
Yes, please. You have
What is
inspiration.
that? Oh yeah, I do, don't I?
Uh-huh.
Okay, I just re-roll that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, better. You
Doesn't
do
mean no.
find, you do find some books in there. Most of the books in this bookshelf seem to be more technical and scientific and mechanical than artistic. These books seem to be like references for various like formulas for mathematics. There's a couple that you kind of skim over real quick that seem to be more talking about they're like tables for figuring out measurements and like this equals that sort of deal. A few of them are arcane in nature. You do find a couple books that talk about arcane, like harnessing, like people talking about theories and harnessing arcane power into into inanimate objects and physical like manifestation of it. But it's kind of nothing here seems poetic or artistic in any way. But you do remember that you walked through a den that was full of books.
Hey, book.
I have
I go back
returned.
What? Yes.
You're smart.
Why, thank you.
Help.
All right. Let's see here.
And it disappears for a second, and like the voice leaves your head for a second, and you feel like, like when you're thinking about something, and you're like, and you sit there, and you can almost feel yourself processing information, trying to figure something out. You feel that in the back of your head, like you're not doing it, but you feel something in the back of your head, like processing information.
Fax machine noises.
Yeah. After a couple seconds.
Well, if home is where the heart is, and didn't they say something about, humble origins or something? It seems like this guy's really obsessed with his youth and where he came from. Do we know where he came from?
Huh. No. Hey, we'll look around real quick because I don't remember if anybody else is down here with me.
Well, Hellraya is definitely down here with you.
Hellraya's been down here and just trying to assist and like observe what Tippy's been doing.
So, where's this person from?
As far as I was aware, it was from up here in North Daroon. Why do you ask?
Find me anything to do with him.
That's gonna be easy. It's flooding this house. Anyways, I'll be right back.
Then it's somewhere here.
You get your inspo back. That was good. I'm like, that'll be easy. He's self-absorbed and it's all over the place.
So we've got the portraits upstairs.
Uh-huh.
Did any of them ring a bell for Hellraya as of location?
Well, like I said, the map does have very clear districts indicated of Shearwater, Kingfisher Square, and Juniper Slope. The portrait of Dr. Arkwright and Mrs. Arkwright is clearly being taken from one of the cliff sides that is on the outskirts of Kingfisher Square, overlooking what could possibly be the early years of the Fishmongers District and then the North Daroon docks. So those are kind of location-based ones. You do have the ones of the child running through a street, and you're not too familiar yourself with the architecture in that image, but it's clear that a young child is running through some rather modest, simple cobblestone streets chasing a dog. And you notice after looking at this image versus the one you found downstairs that the architecture and the vibe of the images are very similar, but it's two very different locations. But they seem to be taken, like if they were photographs, they look like they would have been taken probably within like feet of each other, give or take. So they're probably from the same area.
I read words and counted letters. And I feel
to
very
help.
dumb.
But I don't
Tippy
think
did
House is
say to
going
bring
to.
everything.
So Hellray is going to go find this map, a bunch of those other smaller details, but as Hellray is bringing them back, and on the map that has the 3 clearly labeled districts,
Hmm.
she's gonna pause as she kind of hands Tippy the items and be like, I'm gonna try one thing really fast.
Okay.
Wait, is she gonna solve the puzzle? I want to solve the puzzle!
Understanding the codex and the cipher. Yeah, exactly, Tyro. I'm going to place in the exact lettering to codex that is Kingfisher Square.
Okay, as you rotate the dials and everything, and you get to the last one, which is an E here, and you hear a loud click.
Oh, you megalomaniac. And I'll open up the safe.
And as the safe opens up, we're going to take a break. But you got it open. Yay!
Gosh, that only took 2 hours and too much brain power. Ow.
Only 1 hour.
I mean, I'm going to be
You went
honest,
live-
for a puzzle
yeah.
I made up myself, that I was not sure how difficult or easy it may be, well done.
Was that poem related? Actually, don't spoil that. But yeah.
Let me DM you. Maybe. We haven't DM'd in a while. I have to find our DMs.
All right. On that note, where's the Tylenol?
Wow, it wasn't that hard.
No, I just wanted to be funny. I'm gonna go. I'm
Okay.
gonna go.
Yep. All right,
Take
yeah,
a
everybody
minute.
take a quick break, and we'll be right back. If I can find the thing.
It is? Oh, now it bothers me even more. What?
Okay, remember, I made this myself, so I don't claim to be a poet. I was trying very hard to be creative and artistic.
Oh yeah, no, it doesn't rhyme or.
No, it's not.
or-
It's not meant to rhyme.
yeah.
It's just supposed to be kind of like a more. Yeah.
I kind of got there.
You did. You
Sort
actually
of.
got you kind of got there. And when I was seeing your your thought process of your OOC musings, I was like, oh, he's actually on the right track. He's exactly where I wanted him to be.
I guess I just don't know enough about that district to put the final touches on that train of thought. One might say it had derailed before it reached the station. Which is how most of my trains of thought go, to be fair. So speaking of DMs, Neon, I just noticed that apparently in my temporary record of vault storage,
Mm-hmm.
there's a magnifying glass.
Was that the one that Othwin? I think it was the one Othwin had taken
Yeah, that's the
from
one Othwin
Cassius's
had.
place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but we never added it to my vault. So I'm gonna just do that real quick.
go for it. Yeah.
That would be under items SRD or the other one.
For the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
If it's in there, or otherwise you might need to just make one. I don't know if that would be considered an actual D&D item.
It is. I found it. Oops.
Awesome. Cool.
It's even from the SRD. Oh, wait, it actually gives you advantage on an ability check made to appraise or inspect an item that is small or highly detailed.
Wait, really? That's awesome.
Yeah, I just read the description of it. I'm like, why did I put this in a save? This is useful.
That is actually useful. That's pretty cool.
It also can light a fire in taking about 5 minutes, assuming there's sunlight.
That's amazing. I love that they actually made that a thing.
Anyway, I can unpin that now because it's outdated.
Returned.
Welcome back.
Mon, hold your comment. The book will remember this.
Welcome back. All right, so are we just waiting for Jesse?
I guess.
So thankfully I've remedied the problem, but I had told Tyrope this, and I am not ashamed to admit my own failure. I realized I had taken copious notes, written down all of the clues, spent all this time putting this puzzle together, only to realize I never wrote down what was in the safe.
Oh no!
Yes. So I'm literally like, that's part of the reason I'm like, I gotta find it in my notes. And then I'm like, oh
All
my
right,
gosh.
we will come back next week.
Yeah, right? Like, oh, we'll find out what's in the safe on next week episode. I was like, I fixed it, but because I remember what I like originally had written, or what I thought I had written down, but I was panicking because I'm like, did I not write this down? I'm like, I don't think I did. I wrote down everything else.
To be fair, meta-wise, everything I came here for, I got. So I don't got no reason to stick around.
Yeah. Well.
But now
Hellraya's
some
just
wackos
curious.
want to break into a safe.
Hellraya's just curious, and she loves getting information, especially information that can be used to blackmail someone into what she wants. Smile.
All right, so I assume everybody's back.
No, I'm Jesse.
God damn it, I was gonna make that joke.
Okay, shut up, Tyro. I wouldn't have done that had situation been different.
I don't know where you're taking this in public, sir. I specifically didn't for specific reasons.
All right. Well, as we are returning to the table, boop. All right. As the safe door swings open, immediately revealing a couple little tiny little shelves in there. On one shelf is very clearly a coin purse, a large one. There is next to it a small little jeweler's pouch that's like a velvet pouch that's cinched tight with some yellow twine or rope of some kind. It looks very fancy. That's on one shelf. Beneath that is another shelf, and you see this strange object that looks to be made of wood, metal, and a couple maybe other kind of components, and it's laying on its side. And then at the very bottom, you see what looks to be a leather-bound journal that has a simple leather wrap around it that's keeping it cinched shut, and a few loose papers.
I want to say something completely out of character real quick.
Okay, what
Because
is
I
that?
can only assume what this object of strange origins is.
Hold on.
I'm
You're
going for
not
it.
allowed to be horny.
What the heck are you talking about?
Wow, item mind out
That
of
is
the gutter.
not where I was going.
How dare.
I'm gonna grab it.
Then why are you acting so awkward about it? You don't act sus and then not be sus.
Okay, so wait, you said Tippy grabs it, just yoinks?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Careful with that. We don't know what it is.
This is what is now in your hand. So, ladies and gentlemen, the squirrel just pulled a gun out of the safe.
I'm the girl with the gun.
It's scroll the gun.
So I was gonna make the joke of just grabs gun. Hey guys, I got a gun.
You know what's even better? There's a video game based on this concept of a squirrel with a gun.
Yes, and it's not even a bad video game either.
I need to play it, but
it's fun.
yes, so
it looks so much fun.
the
But
yes, the 3-foot tall squirrel is very easily able to hold this. It is not very large. It's the size of a small flintlock pistol. It quite literally is basically a flintlock pistol. It looks exactly like this. It's very ornate in design. It has a wooden essentially handle and kind of frame with iron and metal parts that are inlaid and laid around it. And as the squirrel pulls this, as Tippy pulls this out of the safe, and everyone gets or anyone who's in the room gets a glance at it, it matches almost perfectly in some way, shape, or form to parts of the schematic. What you're realizing, mainly Hellrhea, is that the schematics you've looked at appear to describe a device much larger than this, much longer, but you recognize that the bones and the structure of it are all right there. It just looks to be smaller.
Curious. So this must be a fire spark. If my reading is anything to go by.
It's a firecracker.
Is the hammer pulled back?
No.
Okay.
Don't look down the barrel.
Yeah, how does Tippy react to holding this thing?
I was gonna pull the trigger to see what happened.
If you pull the trigger, actually the trigger just swings loosely. It doesn't actually it doesn't seem to be obviously because the hammer is not cocked back, it doesn't actually have any
Playing around with the mechanisms on this.
For the record, chat, this is a public service announcement. Neon does not condone playing with firearms. Please consult an expert if you're ever going to get your firearms.
Believe me, as an enthusiast, I am fighting every ounce of my being right now to remain, treat this thing with care.
I'm glad that group mom is sitting upstairs still thinking about a poem.
I was gonna say, did anybody go down into the cellar? Because this is all happening kind of over it's not a super long period of time. It's probably about, I don't know, 15 or 20 minutes of all this kind of moving around, checking things out, trying things. Would anyone have wandered down into the cellar when the safe opened? Because it would also make a very loud it's a heavy iron door on this safe. It is not quiet when it opens.
I will say, if nobody has come down yet, as the squirrel is messing around with the fire spark, Hellrhea is going to basically do a little messagey magic, and just to Talena, who is the one that she trusts the most at this point. The safe is open. You're gonna want to see this.
She's gonna read over the bold words one final time and just keeps repeating them as she steps down.
Okay. That's right.
She doesn't know they're related.
No,
she doesn't know the code yet.
She doesn't, and on top of that, she doesn't know what the answer was because Hellrhea just went up and did it. Oh, that's the worst when you're stuck on a clue of a puzzle, like in an escape room, and you're just like, no, I'm gonna get this. You're like, no, we've already got. Like, no, I'm gonna get this.
So yeah, every step down, she's just like one foot goes on the next step. Home, step monarchy, step mathematics, step trade. Step...
The numbers,
yes?
Mason. What do they mean? It's the D&D equivalent of the numbers. Like, Talina is going to wake up in a cold sweat from now to the end of eternity like, mathematics!
Yeah, so she's gonna stand at the bottom of the stairs, look at the safe that's open, and goes, "How?" And then look at the Tippy with the tube thing with the fancy things on it. It's like, found a shiny.
That being
Careful with that.
open that being open is not the concern right now. I can lock that thing back up. It's this that the squirrel is holding. It seems smaller, but it matches the parchments. Like, to a T.
I have quickly glanced at the plans back in the workshop, I think.
Yes, you
There's
have.
a complete set over on that
now-
table.
And Talina,
overlaid.
as you enter the room, it's very clear on the workshop bench and drafting table that there are more schematics, and these look to be, so since you're the first person to see this since we've gotten to this point, for clarity's sake, because you did see the schematics in the catacombs, a couple weeks prior. These schematics look very similar in design, layout, structure. However, the handwriting is very different. The language is the same, but the handwriting, which actually, do you speak Sylvan?
No.
You don't recognize the language, but you recognize that it looks exactly similar as far as language, but the handwriting is different. The paper kind is the paper type is different. The schematics, like, obviously they're not a one-to-one match, but like the pieces and part, like it's like it's the same. The best way I can describe it, I'm not even making a roll for it, is it's the same. It's like looking at somebody writing a letter, and then somebody writes the exact same letter next to them in their own handwriting on a different piece of paper. It's the same. It's like you can see, the content is the same. The structure and the form in which it was written is different.
Like, I can reasonably assume that this is either a copy or a crude recollection from somebody that a third person has written down.
I will throw out one more.
Master copy.
Never mind.
What?
Melon said what I was about to say.
Or
I
it's
didn't
the
hear Melon
master
say.
copy.
Yeah, well, one of them is a copy of another.
Why is Jesse bleeding?
Jesse,
we
please
don't
go.
know. We'll
Please
find
go
out
take
when he
care of
gets
that.
Well, he did say BRB. I might be bleeding, so he is taking care of it.
Okay, well, we will wait and see on that. Fox, if you checked Tippy's character sheet, you now have a new item in your inventory.
Oh no!
Why-
The squirrel
why did
has
we-
an actual gun.
Why did we give the squirrel a gun?
It's fine. She doesn't have any
Technically, I
ammo.
didn't give it
Not
to
that
the
we know
squirrel.
it needs ammo, but it's fine.
Correct. It does need ammo. As you're standing at the safe, there are still a few things left in the safe, and I would say, Talina, you can easily see them from where you're standing in the room, that there are a couple more items in the safe. But, obviously the 3-foot squirrel holding the equivalent of a gun is a little distracting.
I'm just trying to remember. Would Talina be able to figure out that this is a weapon based on the fact that we have the plans of,
Yes.
or 2 sets of plans, basically?
Yes, I will say without any question, based on what you were able to determine, based on what Cassivus told you, based on what you can see in this room, and based essentially just on how, like, what the item looks like. Talina's not stupid. It's very clearly some kind of a weapon.
I'm proficient in hand crossbows, so I am familiar with trigger
even better.
systems.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I would basically, like, imagine this to be like, she'd be looking at this going, this is like a crossbow, but it's missing the string part.
Now
And,
that you mention it,
What
that is.
happens if we pull the hammer back?
Yeah, I was just about to go. This is probably where the thing comes out that does the hurt, and she just trace the barrel basically from the end, from the tip to wherever the other end is.
Now, Tippy is still right next to Hellrhea, correct?
I mean,
Oh,
unless
Tippy didn't move.
Yeah, Tippy didn't.
Okay,
Tippy should be standing
so,
right in front of the safe.
Hellrhea's just gonna kind of poke where the front sight would be, and just kind of direct the barrel away from anybody.
Just like push it away with your one finger, just like.
Just like hold it and push it away.
I want to see what happens when the thing comes back.
I'm gonna pull the hammer back.
And it's very hard, like it's very tight, but it does and as it comes back it has several clicks where it locks into place, but you feel that there's tension to it. Like you realize if you were to let go at some point it would snap forward, but then you feel it click a couple times, and the further back you pull it you feel like a little bit of tension is releasing, and then it gets to a point where you can't pull it anymore, but you also realize that something is holding the tension back and it's not going to release on its own. Like if you let go it's not going to snap forward.
Can I, over Tippy's shoulder, look into the barrel from the hammer side?
Like the
See what the hammer would be hitting.
like the back of the
Flintlocks
barrel.
are muzzle load. You would not be able to see anything from the back.
That is absolutely correct. There is no empty backside to this barrel.
Right. Yeah, I'm trying to see like what the hammer would be hitting, basically.
The hammer.
The strike.
Yep. Yeah. The hammer appears to be hitting a. Basically, if you look at this picture, I'll show the picture again. As you're looking at this, if you look at that, kind of where that, like almost like the crescent shape is at the back of the barrel, the hammer has a flat part that's kind of coming down right there, and there's just a simple little cup that sits right there, and it appears to be striking something right there. But unlike realistic flintlocks, there is no black powder or anything that is sitting there. It looks to be like something on the hammer is going into that little cup and striking something down inside of it.
Huh.
Melon's so right. Behold, a bunch of firearm nerds discussing a fantasy handgun.
I have a crazy idea. I still, Hellraya, you're still ensuring the barrel isn't pointing at anything that we don't want to destroy, right?
Basic rule of gun safety, yes.
I was just gonna say that. Man, we're boring when it comes to guns in D&D. We're like, nope, got to make sure you're not pointing anything. Finger off the trigger.
Character. I'm not saying that in character, but I'm just like,
no, that's
out
funny
of character.
though.
Yes, I am making sure.
Oh my god! But the fact that Tyrup did the same thing, we're not pointing at anything we don't want to destroy, right? Like everyone's like, we're doing this right.
Because I have a very silly idea. I want to snap my finger and cause a spark, exactly where that hammer would hit the thing.
Is that an actual spark spell, or is it a prestidigitation spark?
I could create an instant. Yeah, no, it's a prestidigitation. It's a harmless sensory effect, like a shower of sparks. And instead of a full shower of sparks, I just want to make a couple of sparks. Like,
but you can
also
also
have the same idea.
But it also can instantly light, basically a candle or a torch. So theoretically, if there's something combustible there, so you snap your fingers and you watch as a little spark.
That's technically a different effect, but yeah.
Yeah, you watch as a little spark flickers on the back of the barrel. Nothing happens.
What's Tippy's reaction to this?
As
hold
Tippy's holding the.
Well, because Tyrup asked what Tippy's reaction is.
We've always seen.
Sorry.
So I made a spark where the hammer would strike the strike.
Did the gun do anything?
And nothing happened.
No, the gun does not. The spark happens like right there in front of you in the gun, but nothing goes off. Nothing happens.
Do I notice the trigger moving still?
When the hammer back, you notice that the trigger is now pulled back as well and is no longer freely moving.
Ooh. I'm gonna pull the trigger.
You pull the trigger and the hammer flies forward and snaps. Nothing happens.
Not even spark?
Now, yeah, that's the question. Was
there
any
is a
sparks?
small spark that happens with the metal striking it, but nothing else beyond that.
Ha! I called it. That did look a lot like flint.
And it's obviously not got anything in it.
Good. I think. Hold up. As she digs around in her bag. Do I have ball bearings, or was that my other character? Damn it, that's my Pathfinder character.
Would you just kindly keep that pointed away from any of us please. As Hellrhea then crouches and goes to look in the safe a little bit more.
I'm really disappointed. I was hoping for something spectacular out of the end of that thing.
Me too.
Now what?
We stick it in the bag.
We should try again.
Should we?
I mean, why not?
Well, we need something to make it do something.
True. Look around. Maybe we can find something.
While Tippy is deciding what to do from the evil voices in her head, Hellrhea, when you go over to the safe and look in there, you, like I said, you do find a couple of pouches in there. On the shelf where you could see the fire spark, now that it's gone, behind it you can see a small little wooden box that's about the size of a deck of cards. And it's a little bit taller than a deck of cards, but it's about the same size as that. And then there's obviously the large coin pouch, or coin purse, I should say, on the top shelf, a small jeweler's pouch next to it, and then there is a leather-bound wrapped journal, or book of some kind, and then there are some documents.
Sliding the box out and taking a quick peek inside.
Sliding the box out. It is a simple little wooden box with a little brass clasp on the end of it. It's not locked. It's just a little clasp that holds it shut. And as you lift the clasp up and open the box, inside the box are 6 little objects that are cylinders with a pointed tip to them, laid out perfectly in a nice little 2 little rows of 3. And then there's a small, tiny, it almost looks like a snuff pouch, like, back in the day when the really fancy people would snuff something. It looks like one of those, but it's cinched up inside the box.
In layman's term, does it all look like ammunition?
The 6 of them look like ammunition, yes. But unlike what, like, it's not a perfect round cylinder, it's not a perfect round like musket ball. It looks more like a bullet shape than
a pre-packed charge.
It has the shape of a pre-packed charge, but it looks like a piece of just lead. Yeah, it looks like a bullet, but it doesn't have a casing to it. It's just all one piece. It's just a piece of lead or metal of some kind.
Fire spark. Okay, the fire spark is a gyrojet. Got it. Oh, so much firearm joking here.
Well, remember, this is a fantasy gun, so at some point, real firearm knowledge does start to teeter off a bit.
At some point, it goes away, but still, just the. Anyways,
and like I said, there's also that little pouch in there, like a little velvet closed up pouch that's not
checking
round.
The velvet pouch now. Keeping the clasp, closing the box, clasping it again, and sliding it just to the side so I can grab the rest of the stuff that was behind.
Okay. Well, wait. Which pouch are you checking? Are you checking the little tiny one in the box, or are you checking the jeweler's pouch or the coin purse?
Oh, let's check the one in the box.
Okay. So the little tiny one in the box, as you open it, what you see inside of it is something you've never seen before. It is it looks like a powder, but it looks like a powder that is made from crushed up crystals. Like what I'm talking about, like when you crush up like a crystal or something, it creates a fine powder, but it has kind of almost a what's the word? Not a luminescence to it. Well, it's coarse, but it also has like a sparkly effect to it because it's almost like crushed glass. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it catches light and it looks like it's almost glistening occasionally. But this is a powder like you've never seen before. It doesn't look like a diamond or an emerald or it doesn't look like any gemstone you've ever seen. And it has a very unique color and presence to it. But it's a very small amount of it. It's like, this is a tiny, tiny little velvet pouch. There's maybe like...
So in this velvet pouch, did it perchance have an actual nozzly end?
No, it is just a little cinched pouch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. Well, putting that back together, after examining it a little bit, we are going to take that box and keep it with our own belongings.
So you're taking the little box with the basically the cartridges essentially, and the little.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, you have that then. Separating the lock from the key. An interesting maneuver.
Did you say there was
There was
some
also
sort of documents in there as well?
correct. Yes, there's a few loose documents, but there's also a leather-wrapped book that's sitting on top of them.
Can I go grab that book and have a look? See at like the first couple of pages.
Okay. So you grab the
Actually,
book.
the first two and the last one.
Okay. So you grab. Oh, go ahead.
As Telena's kind of reaching for the book, Hilderay is just kind of gonna hand it up to her. Always ask. It's in the safe, right? Am I?
Yeah, it's on the
understanding
bottom
right?
level
Yeah,
of the
okay.
safe. Yeah. Okay. So. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I thought you were too busy with your box of, and like, she tries to figure out words, and it just goes, yes.
Just takes it. Real quick, because I never got an answer. What was Tippy doing after the evil voices, as mixed with the other two ladies checking things out?
Trying again.
Trying again. Okay. You pull the hammer back again, and it takes both of your little paws to pull it back, and then click. Try it again. Click, and it just keeps clicking and clicking and clicking. And
I'm very sad. This is very disappointing.
And Grigor, I haven't asked you in a while. I do apologize. What is Grigor doing while all of this is happening? And I will say, from where you're standing, you're watching this 3-foot-tall squirrel pull the hammer back on what is essentially a firearm and keep pulling the trigger and nothing happening over and over and over again.
Grigor would have followed Kyria outside.
Oh, okay. Okay. So in that case, well, I was going to ask what Kyria. So Kyria, are you still out investigating the footprints?
I told you as soon as I recognize they don't lead anywhere that I would go back.
Oh, okay. Back inside. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So Grigor, you would have followed Kyria then back inside. Would you guys have headed back to the den, back to the cellar? What would you guys have done?
I would have headed back down.
Back to the cellar. Okay. Okay. So you guys get back down to the room at the same time as each other, and as you're coming in, I'd say more than likely you're probably coming in as Tippy's continuously trying to pull this trigger on this little pistol thing.
How dark is it in the cellar?
It's not that dark. It's lit by a torch, but it's a small space, so the light bounces, and so it's dim lighting, but it's lit enough that you can see everything. Ow.
Don't do that.
I know, right?
Does the thing Tippy's playing with look like the schematics I've looked at?
It does, but it looks much smaller. Like the schematics, as I was kind of describing to Melon earlier, the schematics appear more like a larger, longer sort of device, whereas this is much smaller. But you can clearly see very similar components. Like obviously, for sake of clarity, the hammer matches, the trigger component matches, the barrel is the same but shorter, the frame is the same but shorter and doesn't have a stock element to it. But it just looks like the schematics were taken and shrunk down to something that could be held in one's hand as opposed to being like shouldered.
It seems you have found what I've been looking for.
Hilderay is gonna peek out from the safe and look to see Kyria at the base of the staircase. Oh, hey, the safe's open.
So I see. Anything else in there?
Gold, jewels. I'm not really interested in those right now.
There's a first.
Unless you think, it wise to grab everything.
Certainly not.
They come back and see this, thing missing. It'll draw more suspicion than a random robbery.
Talina, you'd said that you were reading the first few pages of the book. Essentially, what you're able to deduce is at the start of the book, the entries, it seems to be a journal of some kind, and the entries seem to be very old. They seem to be from, well, say very old, several years old, and they seem to be kind of just musings about the goings on in North Darun and life here on the north side of the river, and how life is modest but pleasant, and you find a few entries, just kind of talking. Kind of just kind of the heart's musings about his wife. You flip to the next page and time progresses. You get to an entry where he talks about being elected as the representative for North Darun, how excited he is to finally bring some representation, and be a civic servant and being able to help his community and bring funding and life and protection to the city and the community that he loves with all his heart. How supportive his wife is for this new venture of his. Then the writings start to get a little bit more serious, a little bit less less poetic and kind of more like matter of fact. And he starts to talk about life as a councilman is nothing like he expected. He had no idea how vilified North Darun was in the eyes of south of Darun proper. He recognizes the severe difficulties and frustrations that the city council places onto this particular representative's shoulders, and how much of a stress it is to be North Darun's representative. There's an entry where he discusses that North Darun is putting a lot of pressure on him to better their lives. He promised certain things in his campaign and he's been unable to deliver, and how he's frustrated because he can't seem to make people understand that he's fighting an uphill battle and that no one is supporting his efforts, and that he is one amongst several on this council, and his vote is only going so far, and he needs to gain support from council members of the proper city. He has another entry where he says he believes he's found some allies and other council members who see his plight and want to unify their city, but he says it's not enough. They need more. They need more support. They need more funding. A couple more entries kind of that nature. And then as it progresses, it jumps, and suddenly there's an entry where he starts talking about, he mentions Lord of Antrim Nephiliae by name specifically, and says that he's overjoyed that Lord Nephiliae has come to his aid as a potential ally of North Darun, and that his family wealth has the great potential of supporting North Darun, and he is so excited to see what the philanthropist Lord Nephiliae can bring to the north side of the river, and that he's known for his philanthropy in Darun, and of him being willing to help North Darun is something no one expected, and he's really excited. Jump a bit more, there's another entry where he talks about there hasn't been any funding yet, but Nephiliae is making these promises. And then there's another entry where much more recent, and the date mark on there seems to be within the last couple of weeks. And it says to the effect that the funding that was promised has not shown up, and that the people are asking where it is. And he was under the impression that the money had been sent to the North Darun city for civic needs and things like that, but the money never showed up, and he's very confused as to what happened to it. And then the last entry is a little bit more frustrated, and I don't want to use the word frantic. That's not quite the degree it is, but it's a little bit more kind of not so well written. Like, you're kind of noticing the pattern of writing starts to deteriorate a little bit. And Lord of Dr. Arkwright kind of reveals to his writings, essentially, he's very concerned because people are starting to whisper and rumors are starting to float around that Dr. Arkwright has been siphoning the money from Nephiliae, but he has no idea where this money is. He's never seen it. He's only ever heard promises. He has no idea where this money claims to be, and that the money that was promised has never been seen, and that it's never made it to the North City, and that he is concerned that there's people at work here in the city that are robbing these funds from not only Lord Nephiliae, but also from himself, and someone out there is trying to make him look bad or potentially frame him for something. He's unsure. He's feeling very unsafe. And then the last thing on that page, he writes, "My experiments are finally coming to fruition. I have a working prototype. I am eager to test it out and see its capabilities." And that's the last thing that it said in the journal portion of the book. Tap 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 tap.
It's his. He's made these. Look, and I just tap it and turn the page to who's sitting next to me, Hellraya?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just tap at that like a working prototype. I just tap at that bit, going, it's his.
So, I mean, I definitely understood that from his workshop down here.
And I'll say,
Right,
Grigor,
else?
you're
he's
in.
actually.
I was gonna
It's
say,
his design, is what I mean.
well, and I'll say, Grigor, you're the only one in the room that gets that because you hear her say this, and you kind of glance around and put all the dots together and realize what you guys had found in the catacombs. Is you've pieced it together here. The rest of you, unfortunately, have no idea.
Hellraya's just looking at the
Like,
frantic Talena
duh.
like, you're going insane. Like, of course it's his design. It's inside of here. Are you? Oh, you're talking about. You've seen this before.
Did I not? Did we? I just
Actually,
look at
yes.
you're
This
going.
is
Did we not
this is a
tell her
good
that?
question. Did Hellraya get any of the details from Cassivus during like the debriefing?
Cassivus would
Or
not
the
have
briefing?
revealed the schematic information. Everything else,
Okay.
yes. However,
Okay.
that being said, I don't fully remember or know 100%. Would any of you have mentioned either offhand or in detail the schematic discovery in the catacombs to Hellraya?
because Hellraya didn't know about it or didn't know much of it, and just saw the schematics and mentioned through message to Talena. Does the words fire spark mean anything to you? I remember she did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
So,
She didn't
this
know
is
the
the-
reference from before.
All of this is the first time Hellraya is really
Yep.
knowing about all this.
Okay, there you go.
So Hellraya is now looking at Talena like, you know what all of this is. And
Well,
you
I don't
didn't
know.
share?
I can't read it. But we may have seen similar ones last week.
Why do I feel like they're keeping things from us?
What you mean?
You've
Hellraya
seen it
like
where?
starts like tapping her middle finger and thumb together and just begins to stand up and turn to Talena. What else don't I know about? That seems to be very pertinent information to what we're doing here.
Well, it wasn't pertinent until just now, which is why I'm telling you just now.
You do realize the first time I hadn't, let you know about something, it was the schematic on the table up top on the desk. You didn't say anything then.
I mean, all I knew was that it was a schematic, and the word fire spark doesn't mean anything to me. I mean, it didn't. I'm assuming it's the name of the thing. Makes sense given what it does. I mean, makes a little spark whenever. And I just camera pan over to the squirrel, which is presumably still pulling trigger.
I don't know. What is Tippy doing?
Tippy is trying to find something to put in it.
Roll me an investigation check real quick. I'll say with advantage because what you're looking for is not exactly like, because you're not like it could be almost anything.
Investigation. Advantage.
Double 14s. Wow. Holy crap. You find on the table that you can kind of just make yourself up onto. Like you can kind of reach up and see. And you see there's a small little dish. Like there's tools and stuff all over the workbench, and there's various components and such. But you do find a tiny little dish of 3 ball bearings.
I'm gonna get on the table and try to put the ball bearings in the gun.
They go in the gun. There now it's very tight. You're able to get the first one kind of into the end of the barrel, but it won't. Obviously, you can kind of push it down with your finger a little bit, but it's very tight, and you need something to push it down with.
there anything on the table that looks like it'll fit in?
You do see what looks to be kind of like a screwdriver sort of tool.
I'm gonna grab it and try to shove that ball bearing further in.
So camera pans over from Talina to Tippy, and you watch as this 3-foot squirrel is shoving a ball bearing down the barrel of this thing with a screwdriver, just ramming it down.
The argument between Elrea and Talina, interrupted by squirrel
Yes.
loading gun.
I would not do that if I were you.
Too late.
Do it, my pet. Do it.
Oh gosh. Hellraya
Grigor
ducks
runs
down
up the
behind.
stairs. Grigor's
Hellraya
like,
kind of ducks. Sorry.
no, you're fine. I just saw
Hellraya's-
Monhold's message.
Yeah. So Grigor's running upstairs. Hellraya's ducking behind the safe door.
Mind you, the safe door's not that big.
I know, it's at least gonna protect her head and
you
upper
just-
torso.
It doesn't take long of ramming until you can tell it's not moving at all. Once it's rammed down, what does Tippy do?
I'm gonna cock it and pull the trigger.
Hammer goes back. Hammer goes. You drop the screwdriver onto the cold stone floor. You're like, all right, here we go. Pull the hammer back.
Yes, do it. Do it.
And then pull the trigger. And this time, the trigger snaps forward. A little tiny spark emits. And as it does, the thing rocks back in your hands. Roll me a strength check real quick.
This is gonna go badly.
That's the record show I cast Blade Ward before.
I
she
saw.
was triggered.
You're good.
Yeah.
I saw. You're fine. Yeah, I saw Grigor hightailed it up the stairs. Talina cast Blade Ward. Okay, thankfully. Oh
Not as
no,
bad as
13.
I thought
No. You fire and it knocks you over. You fall back onto your onto your butt, like your hind haunches a little bit. It doesn't like make you go prone, but like it just knocks you back. It goes off, and you guys hear as this metal ball bearing, something that wasn't designed to shoot out of this thing, and you hear, and it's ricocheting off all of the bricks in the room. I need everybody in the room to roll me a dexterity saving throw. I'll give advantage to Hellraya because you're behind the safe door. Grigor, you get advantage because you're up the stairs, and then Talina, you have Blade Ward, so it's not going to be advantage. It just will. You're protected if you do get hit.
It's fine.
Whoever had
Oh.
advantage, fuck you. You knocked my die off a 10.
Okay. Let's see
For the
here.
record, that's not how that works. That's not how any of that works.
I also needed.
It's
I also need a
literally
dex
how
saving
it
throw from
works because
Tippy.
I threw a die and it almost landed on a 10, and then another die hit it and it switched back to an 8.
Well, that's not how it works in game, but it's very funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so Grigor, you're out of the in the hallway. It doesn't hit you. Tippy, as soon as it goes off, it knocks you on your butt, so it doesn't hit you. Talina, your Blade Ward, you hear it ricochet off your Blade Ward like ting, it makes a weird kind of like the sound of a rock skipping on an ice lake. Hellraya, you hear it ricochet off the iron door of the safe. But Kyria is standing like, what's going on? And you feel this ball bearing strike you in your left upper shoulder, and it embeds into your skin a little bit, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Bludgeoning?
Oh, sorry, piercing. Sorry, piercing damage.
I mean, a ricochet at that point, if it's not going
at
very
that point,
fast.
it's
Well,
reduced.
but that's why it's only
its
doing one.
momentum.
That's why it's doing 1
Yeah.
point of it. But, what are you holding concentration on, by the way?
Shouldn't
detect
be
magic.
anything.
Yeah, it was detect magic. Yeah.
It was
Which
like
has
5
long
years
since
ago at
faded.
this point.
So you can go ahead and remove your concentration, by the way, if you want to go and do that. Click the little hamburger menu on the right side, and it has break concentration as an option.
Or on your character sheet, you can go to effects and then.
That's what I'm talking about. On effects, like if you go to the effects tab on your character sheet, the hamburger menu on the right side has an option to break concentration.
Hmm.
Do you need me to do it for you? There you go.
Wait, what am I doing?
There you go.
Oh.
You're good.
No,
After
I was
that
considering my course of
fiasco.
action
Yeah, you're fine.
because I am able to do things. I think.
After that chain of events.
I'm gonna DM you, Neon.
Okay, DM me. Also,
You
real
can
quick.
confirm a yes or no
Sure,
because
that's
I will
fine.
do it.
Yeah, that's fine. Also, to confirm, when this thing went off, it rocked Tippy back onto her butt. The room smells of a mixture of sulfur. For a brief moment, mixed with like, I mean, it's gunpowder. So that unique gunpowder smell. I'm not going to try to describe it because I don't know how to describe gunpowder other than gunpowder. But there's also this sort of, kind of this almost electric vibe in the room that I think everyone in here except Grigor is a magic wielder in some way, shape, or form. So everybody recognizes there's an arcane element to this explosion that just happened on this little device. And Tippy sitting right in front of it, you notice that these green, pink, purple, and blue arcane like flecks are kind of floating in the air, like with a multicolored mist that just fades very quickly. Kind of the same mist you see like of smoke around a gun, but instead of smoke, it's smoke for a brief moment, and then it's this kind of arcane mist that then fades. Technically that counts. Jesse.
All right, then. Let's do some of that.
You want to do that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, hold on a second. It's what is? Hold on, I can look at it. Okay. Tippy, I need you to make another dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Oof. Okay. As soon
What
as
happens from
Okay, go ahead.
my
Yep.
point of view?
Yep, go for it.
Because from her perspective, she kind of came down and just noted that they found what I kind of need,
Mm-hmm.
and then Tippy continues playing with what I'm pretty sure is a weapon, and then an argument erupts on the other side of the room. Just kind of as Curious trying to get attention. The fire rings out, ricochets around the room, strikes her, and she kind of, I guess, yelps in pain. Because ow. And then she yells out, enough. And then Neon describes what happens next.
And as she yells enough, Tippy, due to failing the throw, a wreath of flames pops up very quickly and swooshes around you, and you take 2d10 fire damage, which I'm rolling for right now because it's a reaction.
Ouch.
Damn, it's a shame I can't use shield for that.
No, not for that, because it's a reaction. So yeah, you take 12 points of fire damage from the hellish rebuke that that Kyria just reacted to you. And I mean, as soon as it basically pops up and kind of, and then immediately dissipates. I didn't realize hellish rebuke was 2d10.
Yeah.
It is because
goes up
of
with how much
higher level.
with your level.
Yeah.
Oh, it scales. Okay, I gotcha. I was
Yep.
gonna say because I had hellish rebuke on Cassivus back in the day. He did not have that much damage.
No, it was 1d10 until you get 5th level.
Gotcha.
Teehee. Hellraya knows what was used, but can't really say what was used or blow her cover.
Yeah, it's very quickly identifiable to Hellraya what just happened. And Tippy, you just got a nice little roast.
What did she just do to us? How dare she?
So, Hellraya's going to prepare a spell, and I'm just going to whisper it to you.
Okay.
That's funny. So is Selena, but I'll let yours come out first because you are first. I have two options. If you do A, I'll do B. If you don't do A, I'll do A.
Grigor, you make it to the top of the stairs while this is all happening, and you heard the enough yelled from Kyria, along with kind of a flash of flame that kind of echoes, like visually echoes up the hallway towards you. Do you head back downstairs, or do you stay kind of up towards the entryway to the cellar space?
Grigor's gonna go to the nearest window in case anyone else heard the noise.
Okay, so the only window that's in this room is behind the desk, and it overlooks the garden out back that you were just in a little bit ago. It doesn't look out front. If you wanted to go out front, you'd have to go into the dining room and look out that window. It depends on what Grigor's trying to do.
Grigor does that.
Okay, so runs out the door of the den, runs into the dining room, looks out the front window, and the window now overlooks the front porch and stoop of the house, as well as the front little garden, and then out onto the street. Okay. Okay, all right, Melon, I got you. Okay, these are...
Resolve
Oh,
that
wow,
first,
you guys
and
aren't
then-
even in the same world, and I'm so here for this. Okay. Okay.
I just want to let you know that the ring does glow and shimmer as Hellraya is holding his spell.
Yes, that's not the voice.
So it's very visible that it's
Is
happening.
this it? Oh, it's the same voice. That's right. Okay.
So you said it's very visible that you're preparing something, is what you're saying?
It's very visible, at least if you know the ring, that there's kind of a, I want to say, dark steel shimmer happening to the gemstone.
Oh, what are we doing? What's about to happen? Hmm? What? Oh, I see what you're doing. Very fun.
Okay, so because that's not what happened, Talina, you can go ahead and do B.
Oh, you're only preparing the spell. You're not actually casting it.
Oh yeah, no. I am preparing it because I don't know how rough this is gonna get.
Fair enough. After the engulfed flames settle down, I turn to Tippy, give her my most innocent smile, raise up a hand towards her, and go, "Hand me the weapon," and then my lips glow purple. Please.
Okay.
Ooh.
So, Tippy, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. And I think you're able to just click the box there in chat if you don't want to go looking for it.
This is why I targeted you.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay, so with that, you do succumb to the power of suggestion. Which so you said hand me the weapon?
Hand me the weapon, please. Yes.
Okay. Describe what that looks like, Tippy.
Much to Tippy's displeasure, she hands the weapon over.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No!
I don't got a choice.
I don't like this one.
That's okay.
Dude,
Tippy's gonna
I-
use her tail though and hide the ammo.
Well, the ammo actually, Hellraya. Oh no, wait. That's
No,
right.
the
The ball
bearings.
bearings. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll allow that. I'll allow that. The other 2 rounds that you
I didn't
found.
ask for the ammo. I asked for
Yeah,
the weapon.
you asked
Give,
for the
Give
weapon.
the ammo. I don't care.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So Tippy, and you can see that her body is like fighting it, but begrudgingly hands over the weapon to you. The book appears floating around her head. All it's doing is just floating. It's just spinning around her head.
Give me the word.
give
I'll
a-
do it. I'll do something. Anything.
I just give a squint at the book as I grab the weapon and immediately tuck it away.
So, what are we doing? We're doing something. Are we going to do it? Yes? No? Maybe?
We're holding on to it for now, Hellraya responds in her own head.
Alright, I'll wait. How about now?
And Hellraya is going to be looking at Kyria.
Oh, I see.
Is there going to be any problems here? Because I seem
Not if
to...
another
I
one of
s-
you decides to shoot me.
Accidents seem to happen.
It's not like
Calling
I'm being
upon hellish...
nervous.
Calling upon hellish flames is not a way to, resolve your issue. Says the very human-looking girl to the tiefling.
Very subtle, very subtle indeed.
I've already seen through this, guys. It's fine.
Did the ball bearing bounce off or stay lodged?
It lodged in her skin a bit, not all the way, like 2/3, maybe a half, like enough that you could probably grab it with your fingers or maybe like a blade or something and like it out.
Okay.
I look at the squirrel. What did I do to it?
You look at the squirrel. What?
What did I do to it? Exactly. Describe the damage.
You scorched her, like you gave her a nice little burn. So I'll let Fox decide what Tippy has in the way of injury marks or anything like that.
Trying to figure out where it would burn.
Because according to the description of Hellish Rebuke, it's basically a wreath of flames. You put surrounded by hellish flames. So I think wreath because circular. So yeah, I'll let you decide how that looks in terms. Because I mean, technically you have fur all over you, so I'm not going to say you're now bald. That would be rude. But
Definitely
I have
black
singed fur in a circle around the body.
you said singed
Oh my
fur
God,
in
the
a
neighbors
circle around
won't
you.
shut the fuck up.
Oh, we love that.
Yeah.
Okay.
What you've seen a little bit before was basically pain and rage on Curious face, and now kind of as she seems to calm down very quickly, and once again adopts kind of the neutral expression that she's had for most of the time. Other than this whole debacle. She would kneel down and extend a hand to the squirrel, which starts glowing kind of golden, and sort of beckoning it to come closer as she says, I apologize. I overreacted.
Why is his hand glowing?
Passive insight, please.
Sorry. What is your passive insight? 19. I mean, if that's the case, Jesse, I mean, passive insight of 19 would be this equivalent of rolling a 19 on an insight check. So is Hellray, oh my gosh, is Kyria's motives, do they appear genuine and sincere? And if you are,
yes.
Okay, there you go.
Then
And motives specifically are those to help.
And then, due to understanding this and very, very clearly not seeing any signs of, malicious intent, will relax and basically calm down the ring and the magic.
Oh, are we not? Oh.
Nope. Not right now. Yet.
Can I try to claw out the little ball bearing if Kyria lets me? Kyria, even, sorry.
Would the squirrel walk out first or not? Because basically what I did is I kneeled and I extended my hand to it, which is now glowing, kind of golden.
Yeah, that's the question. What is Tippy's reaction to this?
Oh.
Tippy's gotta move forward. She knows
Walk
that
up? Okay.
that you didn't mean to do it. She's had that reaction herself before. In a shop.
Okay, well
With an
then
old
as you walk up, I
lady.
cast Cure wounds at second level.
Ooh, second
So,
level.
let me figure out how this works.
So make sure that Tippy's targeted, which it looks like you have her targeted.
Yes.
And then click
Consume
the spell.
slot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, whoops. I don't do it. I don't consume spell slot. There we go.
All right, and then
roll.
Yeah, roll the healing, and then I will apply it here in a moment. Boop. There you go. You get 4 points of healing. Back.
That was cast.
Wait, that was not second level.
Wait a minute. This is meant to be. It only. Did I accidentally do first? Ah, fuck.
Did you?
You could cast.
Well, you know what?
level.
Fine. It'll be first level.
Okay.
Whatever.
I'm full health, so we're good. We're chilling.
Wait, how are you full health? You took 12
didn't it
points
damage
of
you 12?
You took 12 and you healed 8.
Oh, you don't know why? Because you gave everybody temp HP earlier.
Oh, yeah,
That's
I
why.
did.
So Tippy's
Fun.
temp HP is gone, but full health. So yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what? Okay.
Trust me, it took me a minute to register that too.
Wait, I'm gonna do a test. I'm not actually gonna cast anything. I'm gonna. What the? Okay, I don't know what's spell casting. I'll figure it out later. But basically, I healed her. I healed her back up.
I like this one. I take back what I said.
This fucking book.
After that, I'd like to poke the. I was gonna say BB. Ball bearing.
It essentially is a big BB. Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, BB, ball bearing. You know,
Same
difference.
thing, yeah.
They're both
If you
same
want,
initials.
are you just trying to like get it out, like just kind of poke it
Yeah,
out?
I'm just trying to get it out, not necessarily
Roll
heal
me
the
a
hit
medicine
point.
check
Wait,
with
what? Out of
advantage.
me?
Yeah. If you let me, that
Where,
is. If you
where
don't let
did it
me,
hit
then...
me?
In your upper left shoulder. Like
Owie.
every RP injury ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, that could be the knee if it's an RP injury.
It's to the vest. Get it right.
I was making a Skyrim.
Yeah,
reference.
the vest, to
into
the
my outer tiefling skin ridge, which is totally
Oh,
protected.
don't worry, Monhold.
tissue.
I'm getting to that.
Yeah, I let you. I mean, you'll obviously see discomfort because it hurty.
I rolled already before the cure
Oh,
wounds
I'm-
spell, so that's a 19 plus 1. Yeah.
Then you, especially considering she's not being resistant to it, you are easily able to pry the BB essentially from her arm.
Is she actively bleeding now that I'm taking that out? RP blood, not hit point.
I'll leave that to Jesse.
Considering that it was 1 damage, I would say yes, but not a lot, like at all. Light
So
bleeding.
there might be blood, but you're not actively still bleeding, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
Something like that.
yeah.
I don't know medicine.
Mhm.
I play a cleric. I'm not a cleric.
Fair enough.
That's like, I RP as a cop. I'm not an actual cop.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just leave that as is then.
Elaborate on your question, Fox. Also, by the way,
No,
I need
you don't
everybody,
use a spell.
in reference to what Monhold said, now that we've gotten all that out of the way, I need everybody real quick to roll me a...
Con.
Yeah, let's do con. Con saving throw.
Versus the sound thing, right?
Yes, correct.
Does a 22 succeed?
Yes, you are fine. Your ears ring for a moment and then subside. Grigor, I was actually gonna. Sorry, Grigor, you have advantage because you made it out of the bottom, so you get to re-roll that. Because I forgot to say that. I apologize. Everybody else, you've got tinnitus. Essentially, you have ringing in your ears, and you have to speak a little louder than normal. Although I haven't actually. Oh, Tippy hasn't rolled yet. I was like, wait, I'm missing somebody.
What do I need to roll?
Grigor's good.
Con saving throw.
Rolls on that 1, deaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grigor, you're fine. You made it out of there.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Tippy, your
That's
ears
not
are
a-
I'm a
ringing.
deaf squirrel.
Yeah, well, because your ears are like squirrel ears, so you can hear a lot better, and your ears are now, and you were right next to it, so it's very loud and in your ears. Okay, so you're asking the question. Let me double check that. Hang on.
Do you need the spell stuff you do a ritual style?
Says you can
need
ritualistic-
Does the spell consume it?
You would, yeah.
Yes, that's my
As
understanding.
a wizard, you'd have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to have, so for spells, how it works for wizards, if it says that you need a material component, like you need a diamond,
Mm-hmm.
then you just have to have a diamond in your inventory, and then you can cast a spell. If
Yeah.
it says that you need like a diamond which will be consumed upon spell cast, then you need to have a diamond of that worth that it says, and it will be gone after you cast that spell. So some spells you can basically cast infinitely because you have the thingy on you. Some thingies spells consume.
Okay.
I think
That-
Revivify consumes those things, for instance.
Yes, Revivify does consume, whereas a lot of other spells don't.
Yeah, Identify doesn't. It just requires a pearl of 100 each.
You
Or
know what's
100 plus.
funny? I have 2 spells that both use copper coins. One
There are
doesn't
copper coins
consume,
on you.
one consumes.
Wait, there's a spell that costs 1 GP to cast?
Imagine there's a
Huh.
spell that uses a salmon.
Oh, wait. What did you just say?
Nothing, you didn't hear shit.
I know. I heard something.
It's called make sushi.
Anyway, yeah, you would need the pearl, but for Identify, but you don't need the spell slot.
Okay. Thank you.
Would it be accurate to say, Miss Conroro, that your reason for being here is not just to secure a play?
I just look at the other people that I've brought. Perhapsibly.
Did you say
Perhapsibly.
Perhapsibly, yes.
That is a great word. I like that.
I'm writing that down. I know some people who are gonna love it.
That's the name.
That's-
You know what?
that's
That's the name of this session. Session 30, Perhapsibly.
Yeah, that's
I need-
undercommon slang, by the way.
I need somebody to spell that out for me so I can add it to the.
You're welcome. Perhaps that minus the U. There you go.
Perfect. That's the name of this session.
Then what is your true reason?
I'm just gonna clarify. You said what is your true reason, not what is your treason.
Yes.
Okay,
What
I'm
is your
just
true
I'm
reason?
just making sure.
So Rhea is going to double down on this and staring directly at Talena.
Why God, I also
Yes.
misheard shit.
Why exactly are we here?
I'm sorry, I just heard Dick staring, so I was like,
Wait, is Helraya asking? Wasn't she part of that meeting?
Yeah, but she's clearly out of the loop on some of the details.
Tieflings unite.
Oh no.
Two very polar opposite tieflings unite.
Yeah, it's true. You guys could not be on opposite ends of the
I
spectrum
am
anymore.
conflicted. I want to tell Rhea I don't trust Kyria enough yet.
Well, if
Why
you're
we
not
are
sure,
here-
remember you can roll insight. But everybody can roll insight checks if you're not sure about trust and such. Don't forget.
I turn towards Kyria and go, why we're here is between us and the reason we're here. I just shift slightly to Rhea and go, you know, and if you need a reminder, later.
Oh, I know why you had me come here to help. But clearly I have been left in the dark on some things.
I'm stage whispering this because if I whisper, it doesn't actually trigger. Yeah, later.
Kyria, what exactly does your investigation entail?
You see her shift her composure slightly. Just kind of glanced around. She looks wary. Like unsure if she should be telling it to you, but then kind of resigns and once again looks kind of regular neutral. I am here on authority of the council investigating Dr. Arkwright for potential treason. The weapon you have found, which is his invention and clearly not shared because I wasn't informed of it, is enough of a proof that he might be arming somebody in an attempt to separate Norduran.
Hellraia's
What
gonna
Miss
take a
Conroe
quick...
just stashed away is proof that I need.
Hellraia's gonna take a quick glance at Telena to gauge her reaction to this, because I don't know if Telena kind of shared more of the details of the book, besides the he made the prototype. This is all his working.
She didn't share anything, no.
So now Hellraia's just trying to gauge Telena's reaction to this information. To how Kyria is...
Yep, give me 1 second. I need to make sure I set this to the correct type of roll.
I didn't see it. Yeah.
That was yeah, I know. She's keeping a straight face, although you have a feeling that she might be struggling with it. She's definitely has things to say that she's not going to say right now.
You do remember that our good doctor's home was broken into, right? Turning back to Kyria. How can you be so sure that whatever is going on is not somebody else copying his work?
Quick question, just for clarity's sake. When Telena was reading the book, was she verbalizing anything from the book, or was she reading quietly to herself?
If she was verbalizing, Hilarious right there.
Mm-hmm.
So my intention was just to read the first page and the last page, or the first couple of pages and the last page. So
Sure.
The start, she probably would have been mumbling a bit, like going, yeah, normal mobile life, whatever, boring, and then flip over to the end.
Okay.
And then realize that's intriguing, and I should not say anything until I know what this means.
Okay. So you didn't read it out loud. That's all I was just.
I didn't read it out loud.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Oh yeah. No, your question is correct.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah. That's a good way to do it. Okay, Fox. We can wrap it up here, if you're getting CP. Oh, is Fox already EP? Like already gone?
No, Foxy type.
I think Fox needs to EP though.
No, we're good. We're
Yes.
already down 1 player, so I don't want us to be down 2 players because that gets weird. So
Yeah,
we've been playing now
that's
for 2.5 hours. We started late. We got a good.
We could
Yeah.
finish up the dialogue and then...
Yeah, go ahead and we'll go ahead and do that. We'll wrap up the dialogue. Fox, if you need to bounce, you can go ahead and bounce, but we'll wrap up the dialogue between these two and then we'll end. So you don't. No, apologize. You're sick.
You're good.
No apologies. You're sick. Yeah, go ahead and as you guys were, go ahead and pick up your conversation, and then we'll as soon as we're done, we'll wrap up.
So basically, Hellraiah just reminded that the house was broken into, things had been stolen. Someone could be framing the good doctor.
Hmm.
When I was sent to investigate him, I was not given any details about a weapon or anything that he might use for his alleged goals. What I was told is that he might have plans, and there's been some sort of evidence that he might be using the Law Hoods for his gains, which when I got here and found out that it was also the Law Hoods that robbed him, it just adds to the puzzle, but all I have at the moment is the fact that he's invented an unsanctioned weapon and it is not working in his favor. What to do from here, I don't know. I have to pass this to those who have asked for my help.
Another glance to Telena. Basically the should I divulge anything kind of look.
I glance at Kira and see, trying to figure out if she's at all like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not quite shocked, but like surprised, I guess, by any of the information that she's getting, or like trying to scheme or something. Like I'm trying to visually through her face see what's going on in her head.
I'm gonna need an insight check from you and a definitive question.
Inspiration.
That's a great time to use that inspo there, buddy. Not that it helped you
Not
hardly at all.
quite better. Gosh dang it.
You can't really read Kiria's intentions beyond what she's saying because her face and voice kind of remain neutral.
Kyria is very good at remaining very stoic in her verbalization of almost anything that she wants.
Yep.
Nothing personal, but we are under orders to not, hang our mission off of the grand clock.
However, and Telena can give Helrea the dirtiest look that she wants. More allies in an investigation is always good. Especially ones whose goals might seem to be in line.
Tippy, I will say this because I do have permission to play Tippy. Tippy gives Helrea kind of a squinted look and then looks back towards Kyria with kind of a friendly-ish look based on the fact that she just healed her.
Also, would you like me to roll any sort of check? I can do a persuasion.
I mean, I'm fine to leave that
That
as just
can be met-
conversational and let you guys
Okay.
converse this one out. I mean, I'm not gonna
Fair.
limit. Like, you guys role playing with each other should be role play. I don't
True.
want to limit it to dice rolls
Very true.
unless there's like insight or something that's different. But
Yeah.
did you mean to spell stink eye, not stick eye?
Yes.
Okay.
Shut up. It's 5:30.
No, you're fine.
Stick.
I'm just making sure.
Stick grows out of an eye.
I was trying
in
to make sure I
direction
didn't-
I woke up 24 hours ago.
I'm just making sure I knew what.
I think Melon will need a clarification on who you're trying to persuade and what.
Kyria
Hmm?
is the one being persuaded.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, Helrea just gave the information that this entire crew is also investigating something, and basically implied that it's probably for the same thing.
All right.
And essentially offered like a, for lack of a better term, joint investigation.
Yeah.
And a gentle truce. With her very gentle customer servicey smile.
Yeah, and it's up to you, Jesse, on how you want to play it with Kyria.
As it stands, I agree. But on the following conditions. Whoever you're working this out for, this evidence must eventually go to the council. So Dr. Arkwright's intentions, or at least the dealings, are seen and discussed. And the second condition, don't steal anything we don't actually need for this.
Oh, hell, Rhea at that point is just gonna drop all of the little knickknacks and parts because we've got the full gun. What else is gonna happen?
I
Speaking of
need
that gun,
Hellraya to
that should
roll me a
probably-
deception check.
A deception check.
You know why.
I don't. Do I need to
No,
do
you-
insight?
No, you don't.
I'm a little confused as to why.
Hold on. Sorry,
Just to, yeah,
Yep. Hold on.
please. Oh, I know why.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
I just whispered you in.
I'm not dumping that stuff.
I didn't say you had to. I just said you need to roll me a deception check.
Fine.
And then I'll need an insight check from Kyria.
Oh my god!
Okay, rollies.
Just a straight.
Just a straight
Not,
D20.
just-
Higher roll wins. Ooh, that was almost a nat 20 on my end.
I hate it.
Stop
here.
Oh my gosh!
Stop it!
I love how they're the two halves of the same coin.
Okay, one more
Oh my God.
rollies, and if it by some weird miracle this happens again, I'll make a ruling.
Okay.
Watch you both roll 5s now.
Or 11s, I guess.
Nope.
Well, no, the
Okay.
first time they rolled 7s, the second time they rolled
Oh.
6s. So I was like, oh.
Gotcha. Okay. So, Kyria, I'm gonna whisper you something.
But yes, the little bitty prototype components, that's all spilt onto the floor. Deleted from inventory too.
Okay, sounds good. And Jesse, I just whispered you in. Oh, jeez. In Foundry. Oh my gosh, no! Don't open Edge. Gross.
Ew!
Yeah.
Each.
Oh, okay. Apparently my mouse is almost dead. That's fun. Okay. Did you see my whisper, Jesse? Foundry.
Yes, I did see it.
You're good.
I'm
Okay.
thinking.
Okay, you're fine.
I was thinking a quick perception around the room.
You want to perceive the room?
Yes.
Yeah, you can
I
do that.
want to make sure the room is there, and the most of the things that are here that we found them are still here as we found them.
Okay, go ahead and roll me a perception check. I love the way you articulated that question.
I will say that she also has the other thing too, so I should add that. The box.
Oh yes, that one was like, yeah, everyone saw that though.
Yeah. So she's hanging on to the box.
Okay. With a 16, the room is in fact there. You can perceive the room. You notice with a 16. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, so with a 16, I was going to say, actually, Tyro kind of helped you there. You notice that the journal that was in the safe is in Talina's hands. Obviously, you know where the fire spark pistol is.
Also with her?
Huh?
Also with her because she grabbed it and put it in her bag.
Correct, yes. You are unsure of what happened to the remainder of the ball bearings. You watch the squirrel grab. You're not really sure where they are. And from your angle, you're unsure of what is or is not left in the safe.
Oh shit, I got muted. Would have I seen where, if anywhere, the original 5 schematics have been left?
The 5 schematics are stacked on top of each other on the center workbench of the room.
Oh, cool.
And you're right next to them. If you wanted to grab them, they'd be close enough to grab, or you can leave them there. It's up to you.
I do grab them, and
Dang it!
I respond. Very well then. The 2 items currently in your possession, as I turn to Talina, are they both evidence? Well, the firearm clearly is, but the book.
It could be. Are the plans at this point still on the table?
They would be in my hands.
Actually, you might be holding a third piece. And I try to find any kind of handwriting part that is visible from my angle, or if you keep them open a bit, and try to compare them to the first page
I haven't
to
rolled
see
them
if,
up.
just to see if the handwriting matches. I know they're different alphabets, but Sylvan and Elvish use the same alphabet, so I would recognize the letters.
It is the same handwriting. I'm not going to make you roll for it.
Yeah. So, given this journal, which is clearly the doctor's life story, is in the same handwriting as these blueprints, they're a missing link. They link the weapon to the book.
All right. In that case, and she would roll up the schematics, all 5 of them, and put them into kind of like hide them in her tunic.
Mm-hmm.
I hold on to these. You hold on to yours. That way, we both have pieces of all the necessary pieces of the puzzle. You know, I won't turn on you because I need the evidence you have. And I presume the same goes for me.
Okay. This would be interesting from like a movie perspective, to cast suggestion and go, no, you're going to give those plans to me. But for the D&D session, I'm not going to. But let the record show I was tempted. I mean, a little bit of insurance has never hurt anyone. As she tucks the book with her, with the rest of her writings.
Okay. So you guys can add those respective items to your inventory if you'd like. Jesse, you can add a collection of all 5 completed schematics for Fire Spark Carbine, which it says in the upper left-hand corner, so that's not news. Talina, you can add to yours that you have. Actually, if you check your inventory, you now have a Fire Spark pistol in your inventory.
Yes, I was about to ask.
Yep, I moved it from Tippy to you. You can also add. You have Dr. Arkwright's personal journal.
There are graves.
Monhold, what is wrong with you guys? I'm out here trying to unite you guys.
I
and you're like,
I
"Let's
thought what
murder."
Monhold said, but
Guys,
better
man,
not.
out here trying to keep the party together, and you're like, let's come up with every reason in the book why we shouldn't be party members. All right, cool. Well, I think we'll go ahead and leave. That's a good spot to
Wait,
cut off.
I have one last line
go for it.
before you actually cut it off.
Sure.
Because I think it's a good cutoff line.
Okay. All right.
So then I say, well, having what we now have, my next step would be seeking out the council member who'd hired me. What is your next step? And now we can end.
Nice. Perfect. Okay. So we'll go ahead and cut it off there. I'm going to take my notes as per usual. And we will pick this up next session. Hopefully we have everybody there that night. And hopefully Fox is not sick. Because obviously that sucks. But yeah, awesome. Gucci. Whoops. There we go. All right. Good deal.
At least the party's basically all in the same room.
Enough that we can get you guys back together easily enough. Like, because it's a spot like everybody knows where each other is. Like, we're good.
Now we just gotta try and get Kyria to work with us.
Also, brave of Kyria to assume they were hired by the council.
That is not at all what she said, but okay. Telini can think that.
She said, return to the council member that has hired me.
No, she said,
Well-
my next step is return to the council member who hired me. What is your next step?
Mm-hmm.
But remember, Helrea said that our investigations are basically intertwined and seemingly the same.
Well, I kind of like meta character understanding wise, like I have claimed to work with the council, and nobody else in the room with me has questioned that claim, nor claimed
Yet.
that they themselves are working for the council.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were very careful
So
with
as
your word
far as I
selection.
know, people trust me and don't doubt me, at least as far as that claim, because I haven't been judged on it. And Kyria also doesn't assume that they're working for the council, at least directly, because no one's claimed, oh, hey, same.
I just realized, before it's ended, can I please have an insight? Or do we want to wait until the next session?
Depends on what it is.
Basically, BS detector of if Kyria is working for the council and if she is truly going to return to them once this is finished.
I'd say you can do that based on that last line if you want to roll me one real quick. Yeah. Because we'll probably forget next session, so it's a good thing to do it now.
No, somebody makes a note.
Ooh. Okay, I need a deception or persuasion.
Persuasion, I guess.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Well, I'm
you
not
don't
lying, so it's
say which.
persuasion.
You're just gonna roll and tell us the number.
Well, too late.
Because you can also do a private roll. It doesn't have to be. You can change it to be that. Like,
wait, I'm confused now. What the
so
fuck do you want me to
okay,
do?
so you are rolling either a persuasion or a deception, and you don't
Alright.
tell us which is which. You're just rolling. You don't tell us which one you're rolling. You just roll. Your D20, add your modifier, and you're trying to beat the 23 of the insight check. If you get less than that, based on how much of a gap there is, will depend on how much information Hellray is able to insinuate from you.
Sure.
If you beat it,
Owie!
ooh,
I think I beat it.
yes, you did. Okay,
Don't beat him.
so
Her.
the question is,
Beat it with a club.
Hellray, as you're trying to deduce what's going on, Kyria comes across as you're not really sure. You can't tell. I'll leave it to Jesse to go into further detail. Does she seem legit? Does she, or just
Yeah,
more
she
stoic?
seemed legit.
Seems legit. There you go.
And that's what worries Helrea.
combined with the fact that any previous insight checks done, she hasn't lied yet, as far as you know.
True,
Smiley.
but insight checks and the way that someone perceives, or not perceives, but persuades, can definitely fall to their alignment and their affiliations. And truthfully, they can think they're doing the good task and be completely truthful in all their matters. Which is the worrying bit.
Yep. All right. Well, we'll go ahead and end it here and pick up next session. Thanks everybody for hanging out and watching, and thanks obviously to the players who played as usual. Always a good time. We actually got a lot done for 2.5 hours. Or 3 hours. I was very impressed. We actually got pretty far.
And thanks to your DM for hosting us.
Always.
And for getting the party mostly back together.
I admit I railroaded. I am not even going to pretend to hide that. I was like,
It's fine.
Yeah.
Because I admitted the getting a railroady bit is a-okay, because I agree we have been splitting up way too fucking much.
Yeah, I needed to push y'all together, especially considering y'all were in the middle of a puzzle. Cool. All right. Well, I will see you guys in the next stream, probably tomorrow night for some Red Dead RP. Next RP session will probably be next week. As a heads up, there will not be a session in 2 weeks, as I will be gone on a family trip. So, anyways.
Oh.
Yep. So, all right. I will see you guys all
Don't
later.
trip over family.
Yep.
Good
Sorry.
night. Bye-bye, chat.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.